behind him. Bennett in motion. Fake handoff. Sikora under a rush. Looking. Lobbing. Caught! Caught for two! Caught for two! Colburn.
2. As Cowling takes the shotgun snap, he'll flip it out to McKee, and it's in and out of the hands and back in. And now McKee's got room to run up the near sideline. McKee, there he goes! Wyatt McKee, no one will catch him. 10-5, touchdown, Keystone! 2.
Snap is back. Tarnowski's got it. He's getting pressured again. Now he gets a little time. He's looking to throw. He's still looking. As we got all kinds of contact in the backfield. This is going to be a completed pass, though. Across the 40, across the 50. A lot of speed down the sideline. There goes Caden Levert. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to get brought down inside the 15. All the way down near the 10-yard line.
Everyone, welcome to the Westland Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing Field at Avon High School. My name is Ron Yance. Along with me tonight, my partner, Rocco Nuschi, and our ever-steady cameraman, the legend, Gary Pelter. Excited to bring you week 2 of the high school football season as Avon comes into this game 1 win, no loss. Pine-Richland out of the Pittsburgh area, about 21 miles north of Pittsburgh, made the trip from Pennsylvania across the Ohio border and into Lorain County to take on the 2-time Division II state champion Avon Eagles. Pine-Richland comes in. They won a state championship 3 years ago. They've been in the state Final Four twice in the last 4 years. So this is set to be a football game tonight on a fabulous Friday night. Rocco, a week ago at Brown Stadium on a Thursday, the special opening night of the high school football season, you and Tim Alcorn, along with Jared Kozar, saw this Avon football team play in an exciting game that Avon won in the final seconds, 14 seconds left. They go for a 2-point conversion to win it. They get it, and they win it. What did you take away from that football game on the Avon side?
Well, Tim Alcorn, I think, said it best during the end of that broadcast, Tim, I'm sorry, Ron, and that was championship moxie. That was an Avon team that they were outplayed pretty thoroughly throughout most of that second half, and yet when they needed a scoring drive, when they needed to have it most, that scoring drive, mind you, including a huge 4th and 8 conversion, just so many plays that they needed to make in that final possession, and they found a way to do it. Not only get the touchdown, but of course, you know, the decision, the goal of Mike Helder to go for 2, and then he gets it, right? I think that was really what stood out to me for the Avon Eagles, was the fact that they didn't panic. They showed their championship moxie, and they found a way to get it done. On the flip side of that, though, Ron, is the fact that they were in that position to begin with. It was a really productive offensive night for St. Ignatius. They actually outgained Avon in terms of total yardage in that game. Ran for 200 yards on the ground against that Avon Eagle defense, Ron. And so I think when you look at a matchup like tonight, I don't think Avon's thinking to themselves, well, we can allow Pine-Richland to outgain us, you know, yardage-wise, and we'll still find a way to win. That's a darn good Rams football team coming in from across the state border, right? So some things to clean up, certainly, but there were a lot of positives last week for Avon, too.
Right here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, you see the Avon Eagle marching band front and center in your camera shot, brought to you by Gary Pelter. We're about 13 minutes away from the kickoff tonight. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the keys to the game. This is the pregame show brought to you by Nick Abraham Auto Mall on the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. And when we come back, it's the keys to the game brought to you by Network Land Title Agency, the best in title and escrow services. That's next on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Labor Day weekend, Smoke and Steve is firing up the grills at North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for their barbecue chicken and rib burn-off. Join Convenient on Saturday, September 5th, starting at noon, for mouth-watering ribs, delicious barbecue chicken, and all the smoky flavors you love. Don't forget a couple of ice-cold beverages to go with it. Don't miss the Labor Day weekend fun, Saturday, September 5th at noon. Come hungry because Smokin' Steve is ready to fire it up at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville convenient Sunoco.
Enjoy bigger buys and bigger discounts during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. Save thousands when you bundle eligible name brand appliances. Or get loads of savings on GE Profile washers and dryers while supplies last. Plus, we offer 0% financing and free local delivery. We're rewarding you for all your hard work with great deals during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. When you shop Stewart's, it's all about you.
Industries are changing quickly, and this means new high-paying jobs are showing up every day. Employers are ready to hire now. The best part? Lorain County Community College offers free fast-track programs designed to get you working in 16 weeks or less. You will learn the skills, get hired, and finally find a job you love in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, trades, business, information technology. Don't wait. Enroll today.
Don't replace your concrete, level it. A1 Concrete Leveling is your best choice. They are the only company that offers both grout and polyurethane leveling. Let them help determine the best choice for your job. A1 Concrete Leveling Cleveland West is family owned, and it's the first concrete leveling company in Lorain County. The Clapham family has been serving the area for over 30 years. Get ready for the season by giving us a call at 440-327-0101 or visit us online at a1concrete.com.
Everyone is standing for the national anthem. Let's go down to the field. A collection of Avon High School's finest from their choir in mid-season throat. They were fantastic. As they welcome everybody inside Westland Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing Stadium here at Avon High School for tonight's Week 2 matchup. Rocco, I think it's safe to say this could be possibly, you could make the argument that this is the best game in 2 states tonight. Best game in the state of Ohio, and maybe the best game in the state of Pennsylvania, because you've got 2 superpowers meeting each other in a non-conference matchup early in the football season.
It could be, Ron. You know, it's funny. I was doing the forecast show last night, actually, live from the Nushi residence with Mike Rush, one of our great voices here on WEOL, and he was telling me that he had heard from, through the grapevine a little bit, so to speak, that some of the Avon graduates who now play college football in the state of Pennsylvania, a couple of guys at Slippery Rock, they were hearing a little bit of chatter, a little bit of chirping this week that Pennsylvania football, Western Pennsylvania football specifically, was maybe superior to that of what you might see here in Northeast Ohio. So I'm sure that banter has continued across social media in a lot of different ways, and I think it leads all to a really good matchup tonight.
Well, the Western Pennsylvania football style is a real thing. It's something that they wear like a badge of honor on their chest. And when I talked to head football coach John Ladon this week, Rocco, preparing for tonight's matchup, John Ladon leads the Rams football program. He said, we want to impose our will on our opponents. We want to be as physical as possible. That is the way they play, we play football in Western Pennsylvania. So if you're looking for maybe a signature or a sign of how this Rams football team is going to come out and hit when they kick it off, I think you're going to look for that.
Well, and that's, I think, symbolic, Ron, of how their head coach played once upon a time. I know we were talking beforehand here. He's in the Robert Morris Athletics Hall of Fame, went in there in 2023. He was a 4-year starter there at outside linebacker, finished top 10 in career tackles, and he actually holds both the single season and career record for forced fumbles at RMU, right? So this is a team, and all the teams that he's coached in his time as head coach, I think they take after him with their physicality, with their aggression. It starts defensively, but boy, can they score the football too.
Yeah, John LaDon, last year his offense did big things. They were explosive. They made it all the way to the regional championship game in Division 5A. And in the state of Pennsylvania, 5A is what Division 2 is in the state of Ohio.
Essentially, yeah, they do reverse order.
So they do reverse order. 1A being the smallest
Correct.
schools, 6A
Correct.
being the largest schools. So Avon in Division 2, second largest division in the state of Ohio. And you look at Pine-Richland in Division 5A, second largest division in the state of Pennsylvania. They averaged offensively, you mentioned the offense, 46 points per game and nearly 400 yards in offense, 398. Now, they have not yet played a football game. This is week 0 for them. And as they come out onto the football team, you can't see him. It's left of the shot here. Gary Pelter will move over with his camera angle, and there you see the white and gray and green and black of the Rams of Pine-Richland. They have yet to play this year. This is week 1 of their football season. The last time this team played, the Rams football team played, was a regional championship a year ago in the 5A regional title game, and they had a 19-0 lead at halftime, Rocco, and they gave up 20 unanswered points in the second half and lost 20-19.
Yeah.
I asked Coach LaDon about that. He said, yeah, there's a taste in our mouth that's still lingering. So I think getting off to a good start sounds obvious. Every game you want to get off to a good start. But for Pine-Richland tonight, I mean, they have been waiting for this night, this kickoff, for a very long time.
Yeah, and they had to travel quite a ways to do it, right? It's not too often you start your season, with kind of that bad taste in your mouth throughout the whole summer. You want to get out there, right? And, you got to travel across the state line to go do it, right? So I'm sure those kids getting off the bus here earlier this afternoon, they were fired up, ready to go as the hometown team to our right, who we maybe should talk about at some point here in the pregame, right? Because they did get a win last week, and a big one at that over St. Ignatius. They're getting ready to go, too.
A year ago, the Avon Eagles were 14-1. Lost only one game. That was early in the season in Florida. And then they ran the table and won their second straight Division II Ohio State Football Championship. And they are entering the home stadium right now. Avon in their home special jerseys. Black, trimmed in gold. Eagles in gold across their jersey front. Gold numbers, gold helmet, purple stripe with white, and then that eagle on the side. If you're from Pennsylvania, you'll notice the eagle. It looks an awful lot like the Philadelphia Eagle logo.
Well, they don't like them in Western PA, though, Ron.
Those are Steeler fans there.
Right.
Yeah. About ready. We're going to take another timeout. We're bringing you the pregame show brought to you by Nick Abraham Auto Mall, Elyria Ford, and Buick GMC on the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. When we come back, Rocco will have the network land title, Keys to the Game. You're watching It's Avon and Pine-Richland on the YouTube channel of the Chronicle Telegram.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Ron Yance, Rocco Nushi, Gary Pelter along with you tonight on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Pleased to bring you this, what is set to be a super football matchup on a beautiful Friday night in northeastern Ohio. Rocco, let's go right to you. Keys to the Game brought to you by Network Land Title.
Yeah, so Ron, I think we talked about it a little bit for Avon already, but they got to get that offense moving. Like I said, they got stuck in the mud a little bit second half, especially last week against St. Ignatius. They were outgained by 28 yards actually in that game, but ended up hanging on for the win. And as I talked about earlier, I think that's going to be really, really tough to try to repeat and do against a talented Pine-Richland team. So I think if you're Avon, again, you got to get the offense moving. You got to get them moving early, get yourself some points on the board, get yourself comfortable here at home in the opener. And I think for Pine-Richland, they got to get the ground attack going. I know there's a lot of skill with that quarterback position that we haven't talked about too much yet. The receivers are super talented as well. But the ground game, I think, is where maybe they can make some headway. As I mentioned, St. Ignatius, they ran for 200 yards against Avon last week at Brown Stadium. That's something that's got to be cleaned up for the Eagles, so that's where it starts for them defensively. But I think for Pine-Richland, it can maybe find some headway there.
Pine-Richland's quarterback is Aaron Strader, and he is a 4-year starter and a Kent State commit. And you're right about the running back room at Pine-Richland. It's kind of up in the air right now. We expect that Miles Niels, a junior, and Dysere Green-Lindsey, also a junior, will get most of the carries tonight. And the player that we're going to talk a lot about tonight for Pine-Richland, and I know we're spending a lot of time on Pine-Richland, but this is a team from Pennsylvania that nobody knows anything about, so we want to get everybody prepared for the spectacle that they're about to see tonight, is number 0. Look for number 0, white jersey, green number 0 in almost every opportunity for offense and defensive possessions tonight for Pine-Richland. His name is Khalil Taylor. He's a wideout. He's a punt returner. He's a kickoff returner, and he's a defensive back. Yep. And he is standing at his own 10-yard line right now. He's back there along with one of his teammates set to return this opening kickoff from Avon. The kickoff tonight is brought to you by EcoTree Services. All kickoffs on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram are brought to us by our friends at EcoTree Services. It's your trusted tree care company. The pregame show for the Nick Abraham Auto Mall is over. Thanks to the Elyria Ford Buick GMC on Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. We are time to kick this thing off. Avon will kick it off to Pine-Richland. Jude Thiebert, the junior place kicker for the Avon Eagles, will toe the football at the 40. And Pine-Richland anxiously awaiting to start this football game. As you can see on our YouTube broadcast, the Rams will move from left to right on the football field. That means they're moving from the northern end to the southern end here. The sun is setting behind us in the west. You can see the shadow cast across the field. That shadow is from the press box that Rocco and I are in right now. And if you look at the top of that shadow, one of those body images is our partner, Gary Pelter. He's on the top of this press box tonight running camera. Gary, hold on, especially if it gets windy. The left footer's ready, and so are we, and week 2 is underway. And they kick away from Taylor, receiving it and bringing it up for Pine-Richland, and tackled is Kylan Taylor. And Taylor's down just over the 20-yard line, and that's where the Rams will start their first offensive possession. Take a look at that Pine-Richland offense for you, led by John Ladon, their head football coach in his 5th year. On the offensive line from left to right, left tackle Luke Bernesser. Bernesser is 6'6", 300-pound junior. Left guard, Chris Lentz, 6'1", 225 senior. Center, Matt Muldoon, 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Right guard, Taylor Andretti, 5'10", 210 junior. And the right guard, Mitchell Kuhn, 6'2", 205. He's a junior. The pass first caught across the 30 and up near the 35-yard line. Pass is caught over the middle. Caught by Chase Harrer from Aaron Strader. And right away, it's a pickup of about 15 yards for Pine-Richland. They'll start without a huddle. Strader in the shotgun. Here comes a blitz by Avon. Snaps high. Eagle pressure. Strader's going to throw it away. Flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold. It is. Holding on Pine-Richland. And they'll back the Rams up 10 more. It'll be first down and 20. The bottom of your screen at the 32, you can see Avon head coach Mike Elder out on the field already talking to the line judge.
It's funny, Ron. Him and I can have a laugh about this because Coach Elder did too on the wrap-up show. Him and Tom Coffin from St. Ignatius, they were kind of going pace for pace with one another on opposing sidelines last week. So curious if Coach Ladon tries to match Coach here tonight. Top
of your screen all the way up to the top is Khalil Taylor. He's the player we talked about in pregame. Here comes Avon again, quick rush. And the quarterback's going to get tackled for a loss. Couple of Eagles in there to make that tackle, led by Grady Zooks, the outside linebacker. So after an opening slant that went for 16 yards, the Rams have lost 12. 10-yard penalty and a 2-yard quarterback sack. It's Strader again in the shotgun. Avon showing outside blitz. Strader with pressure, gonna have to roll out of it. Strader looking, now he's gonna tuck, run, he's got some room. Strader up near the 35 and back to the original line of scrimmage on a second down and a long way.
Well, that was a nice little pump fake there by Strader, Ron. He got number 40 in black there. That was Sean White, I believe, to kind of bite on that, and that was just enough to get him off balance and squeaked by for some big extra yards.
The lone back in the backfield on 3rd and 12 is Miles Niels. He's on the right hip of his quarterback, and there's a whistle before the snap. Pine-Richland in the road whites. On the field now, the backup quarterback, Cooper Stisak. He'll line up as a wideout right of his quarterback. 3rd and 12. Strader looks at that Avon defense. Strader with time. Strader over the middle, and pass is incomplete. There was contact at the 46, and now a flag is thrown. Avon linebacker Alec Ferreira made contact with the Pine-Richland receiver coming across the field. And it's a pass interference call on 3rd and 12, I think. Have they called it yet, Rocco? No, they're taking the ball back.
No. Boy, I'm curious what the decision is. Oh, there we go. They're marking it from
they're marking it now. They brought it back to step it off.
So holding, I think, is what they'll call instead of interference.
So that's going to push the chains. They got exactly what they needed. And that's a big play for both teams. Big mistake for Avon and a bailout for Pine-Richland. Right now, initially at least, it looks like that Avon front four is giving that offensive line for Pine-Richland a lot of trouble on this opening drive.
And that's big for Avon because that's the group that I think was probably challenged in the film room a bit last weekend by Coach Elder. Now another whistle.
Talking to John Ladon this week, I asked, what's your weakness? Or when you look at the skill level offensively, you know, you got guys who can make plays. He said, I'm worried about my offensive line. He said, we have only one starter back from last year's team, and that starter missed the entire second half of the season with an injury. Here's Taylor, Khalil Taylor, inside the 40. Taylor high-stepping. Taylor 20, cut back. Look at him go. It's Khalil Taylor. That's a touchdown. Pine-Richland.
Boy, that's great running, Ron. I mean, you talk about high-stepping. Right through some traffic, some arm tackles, some great blocking downfield from the receivers as well. Nothing fancy there. And Pine-Richland, boy, what a statement. I thought maybe the holding call might kind of get them off track on this opening drive, but boy, we see just why they're as impressive, or as why they're as highly advertised as they are. Wow, what a run.
That was something to watch as advertised. I'll talk about what Mike Elder, Avon's head coach, said about Khalil Taylor to me this week after this extra point and when Pine-Richland gets the football back. This is Landon Brown, the place kicker for the Rams. He's in to kick the point after touchdown. Brown, a senior. So it's Khalil Taylor, the 6'1", 200-pound senior sensation that has an automatic highlight here to start this football game. Snaps back, the kick is up, and it's blocked. So with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter of play, Pine-Richland scores on their opening drive. It's the Rams 6, the Avon Eagles to get the football next. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
It's Ron Yance, Rocco Nushi, and Gary Pelter Along with you tonight from Avon High School, the Westland Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing field of the Eagles of Avon. That touchdown and every touchdown on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram this year brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And this kickoff coming up, and all kickoffs on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram this year, brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. So Khalil Taylor gets a handoff and goes 50 yards with a high step, a little French pastry cutback, and nobody touched him. He's going to play football on Saturdays next year in the Big Ten for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
How about that?
And we get an opportunity to take a look at him tonight. Avon's going to get their first opportunity on offense. That kickoff sails through the end zone, and the Eagles will come out. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. So we'll see Taylor defensively, too. He's a defensive back, and actually that's what he was recruited as. He originally was going to, or had committed to Penn State. And then when James Franklin was fired and that whole Nittany Lion program was in disarray, he decommitted. And Nebraska, he had been close to that coaching staff throughout the entire recruitment process, and that's where he's on his way, and he's lined up as a safety right now. Avon's on offense, and their junior quarterback in the shotgun. It's Sikora, and Sikora will hand off to his running back, Michael Colborn. And Colburn is up to almost back to the line of scrimmage. You saw Colburn run a week ago, and I'll just point out the stats, and you can comment on it. They had 93 yards rushing last week, Avon did. Was it that Ignatius defense, or were they not found an identity yet?
I think the Ignatius defense deserves a lot of credit. Colburn running hard. Every single yard he got was earned, but credit that Ignatius front last week. They were talented.
Sikora, quick out. This one to Finn Jurdonic trying to take a quick pass, turn it into something, but that Pine-Richland defense is up to make the stop. He'll pick up a couple. It'll set up 3rd and long. The Avon Eagle offensive line is set up like this. Left tackle, Josh Kelly, 6'1", 245. He's a junior. Left guard, Derek Weitzel, 6'3", 295. Derek's a junior. Jack Fitch, the stalwart, the senior leader at center, 5'10", 238. The right guard, Alex Bilzo, 6'2", 181, sophomore. And at right tackle, Caden Krugman, 6'1", 261, senior.
Look at Pine-Richland load the box defensively here.
And they just jumped off sides. That's an unforced error, and that's going to be helpful to the Avon Eagles. That was Dylan Michael, the junior nose tackle. It's always kind of made me wonder, when you're nose, and you're the nose tackle, you're right on the ball, you're right over center. To get that guy to jump, just watch the football, right?
Convincing hard count there.
So here we go. 3rd and 6 is now turned into 3rd and 1, and the Eagles like that a whole lot more. Avon came back and won a thriller a week ago in Cleveland Browns Stadium. Under center, Sikora. They need just a yard. Long count. Sikora's going to roll. He's going to throw. He's in trouble. He'll throw it, and it is to nobody. That is an incomplete pass on 3rd and 1. And the Pine-Richland defense celebrates. So I wonder, and I think we're going to get our answer right now. On 3rd and 1, and it's a short one, if you roll to throw, that must mean that Mike Elder knew he was going for it on 4th down regardless. And he's going for it on 4th down.
Boy, big play early. You talk about got to have it on 4th and short. You just watched that Pine-Richland figure things out pretty quickly offensively in their own right.
Well, let's see Sikora. The line, the splits are tight. Sikora's under center. Will they snap it, or will they try to...
Got him again.
They got Pine-Richland to jump offside.
It's the nose again. It's at 55.
Well, there's a great example on 2 plays here in this opening possession by Avon of using your opponent's aggressiveness against them, using their aggressiveness as a weapon for you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, it's a sophomore, Adam Barnett, they got the jump off sides. They're 6'2", 260, but all that size and weight doesn't matter if you can't use it the right way. So, yeah, silly error there for Pine-Richland on 4th down. Avon still alive this drive.
Avon's opening drive. It has now moved to the 34-yard line. Jackson Palmer at the bottom of your screen, and Pine-Richland did it again. They have jumped off sides 3 times. in the opening, what, 5 plays, 6 plays? There haven't been many.
It's almost unbelievable.
99's going to come out of the game. They're taking Dylan Michael, who's obviously one of their key players on defense. And they're saying, we're going to have you sit over here and listen to snap counts for a while.
Well, it shows you what this game means, Ron, right? Simple mistakes like that, not going to fly.
1st and 5. Eagles in a good spot here. In motion is Jordanic. Sikora to throw. Jordanic's open, middle of the field. Sikora deep and incomplete at the 20-yard line. Running leg for leg. It was Avon's Gavin Kohler out there with Elijah Hill for Pine-Richland. Cornerback on wide receiver. And that was just great coverage by Hill.
Yeah, I saw what you saw, Ron. Jordanic breaking across the middle.
Open.
Their linebacker, though, kind of starting to sink back, though, to take that away. So I think Sikora made the right decision because an errant throw to Jordanic, and that could have been an interception going the other way.
Avon playing their 2nd tough game in as many weeks. They load up in that preseason schedule. It's something that Mike Elder has done for years. 2nd and 5, hand off to Colburn, and he is smacked, and there's a flag down. Colburn got hit in the backfield before he got a chance to get to the offensive line, and let's see what the call is. A lot of penalties here early. It's going to go against the Eagles. It's a holding penalty, so that's going to back them up 10. 2nd and 5 turns into 2nd and 15. This Eagle football team, if you're from Pine-Richland and you're watching in Pennsylvania, and we hope that you are, we had sent the YouTube Chronicle Telegram link to the head football coach, John Ladon, asked him to share it with his families. If you want to know a little bit about Avon, they play in a conference called the Southwestern Conference here in Lorain County, and they've won 10 straight conference championships. They've made it to the state playoffs in Ohio 16 straight times, and they've won the last 2 Division II state championships. So this is a program that has few peers. Pine-Richland, though, in the backfield on an offensive handoff. Jordanic was in motion, and Sikora handed it off to him, but Pine-Richland was waiting for it. Rocco, that's going to set up 3rd and a whole lot.
Yeah, it's a tough situation here early for Avon in that ground game. I know it was tough sledding at times last week, and it looks to be off to a tough start here this week as well, but you got to stay at it. I don't think you can become too one-dimensional against this Pine-Richland defense, but you got to get something moving forward. I mean, the further you go back, you don't get some yards here. You're punting it away. Pine-Richland, good field position, so big 3rd down here.
Jackson Palmer all the way up top of your screen. Senior wideout, Sikora, and a timeout before the snap. Avon's going to talk about it. We'll take a timeout too. 7:23 left to play in this 1st quarter. Each team's had 1 possession. Pine-Richland scored on a 50-yarder by their All-American, and Avon facing a 3rd and 20 when we come back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
It's 4th and go time, and there's no better playbook than a new Ford from Mike Bass Ford. Whether you're looking to make a big drive across town or just need a solid lineup of trucks and SUVs blocking for your family, Mike Bass Ford has got you covered. No penalty flags, no fumbles, so don't punt on your next vehicle. Touchdown at Mike Bass Ford today. Mike Bass Ford, proud to be on your team.
Stunner of a night here tonight in northeastern Ohio at Avon High School. Week 2 for the Eagles. They knocked off Division I big school St. Ignatius a week ago at Cleveland Brown Stadium in a thriller. They scored on a 2-point conversion with 14 seconds left. It's 3rd and 18 right now. Avon with the ball at their own 26. Sikora to throw out of the gun. He's going to have to step up pressure. He's got a lot of room to run. Sikora's going to he slid, and he may have slid too early. Let's see where they mark him. I think he slid too early. Boy, that was interesting. He had lots of room for a 1st down, and they're going to move the chains. I think the Eagles might have gotten the benefit of the spot on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think maybe he started that slide a little short, but yeah, generous spot, and they're going to move the chains. Not too much argument from the other sideline.
No, ball's at the 44. Avon on their first possession. Pine-Richland almost jumped offside again.
We almost wonder how much of that was by design, Ron. Hey, everybody go long. Sakura's just going to tuck and run underneath and give him some blocking.
Good thought. Handoff, first back through. And nearly a first down. Picking up 9 is Michael Colburn. Colburn, the senior, a week ago got the football 16 times. Gained 52 yards, and he scored 2 of the 3 touchdowns in that Avon win.
And that's the kind of run we saw a lot from him last week. They didn't always turn into big gains, and quite honestly, most of them were short gains, but breaking those early arm tackles, getting through that first line, getting into the second level, that's what Michael Colburn's game's all about.
He stays in the backfield. He's on the left hip of his quarterback. Sakura's going to throw it. Looks left, sideline left, good coverage. And that's incomplete. There are a lot of hand fighting going on there. Yeah. Now there's a late flag. Hand fighting with Gavin Kohler and Elijah Hill. And let's see who the call's on.
I mean, it's got to be Hill,
They're going
right?
to call it on Avon.
Offensive, they're saying.
Oh. Let's see. This side judge here pointed in the direction of, no, Pine-Richland. Yeah, that is a defensive hold. A lot of hand fighting on that sideline, and Hill and Kohler have been lockstep early in this football game. So a big penalty for Pine-Richland. They can't get out of their own way right now. They've had 3 offsides penalties, a pass interference penalty, and Avon's got the football at the Rams 32. Sakura to throw again. Still looking. He's going to run it, and he's got room, lots of room, and Sakura's going to run out of bounds, far side, just in front of the 15-yard line.
Well, that's impressive, Ron. I mean, the awareness to get out of the pocket like that, it was good initially, but started to collapse on him in a hurry, and Sakura didn't panic. He just kept on rolling to his right, found plenty of turf ahead, and great decision because there was nobody open downfield. It's good coverage in the back end so far from Pine-Richland on some of these longer down and distances, but I tell you what, Sakura making a great set of decisions right now, tucking it, running, getting the easy yardage.
Well, we're in the red zone right now, and the red zone, every trip brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance on Cleveland Street in Elyria. So the football is marked at the 17-yard line. Sakura is under center. One back in the backfield. And the handoff will go to Ross, and R.J. Ross is hit at the 20, and he's going to get dropped for a 3-yard loss. That's Ross, just a sophomore in that Eagle backfield. R.J. will take a seat. Michael Colburn will come back in. Mike Elder said to me this week, he said, if we don't get blown out early, he said, I think we got a chance. I mean, he was that concerned about Pine-Richland's ability to score and score quickly. And one of the ways not to get blown out early or give up a lot of points early is to control the football. And that's exactly what Avon has done on this offensive possession. I mean, they got the football with 10-10 left in the first quarter, and we're inside 5 minutes right now. Sakura's going to throw it, pump fake, little screen set up, ball tipped around, and that was dangerously close to an interception.
Well, Ron, I think when you talk about this possession for Avon, and yeah, near disaster right there for Sakura and the Eagles, but anytime you pick up a 3rd and 18, that's a bit backbreaking defensively, and I think right now Avon has Pine-Richland on their heels a bit this drive, right? A couple of silly penalties, the hand fighting that gets called downfield, the offsides, of course the big conversions, a couple of other long runs from Sakura. I mean, Avon's kind of finding themselves a bit in this first drive, but for Pine-Richland, can they bend but not break? And Mike Elder and crew hoping they can break through here.
All the way out top of your screen, Gavin Kohler. We've looked at him a couple of times tonight. Sakura looks that way. Sakura pass, and it's deflected at the 8-yard line. Good defense by guess who? The All-American, Khalil Taylor. So Taylor batted that one away. It would have been close to a first down. Instead, Avon's going to have to send the special teams out and attempt a field goal.
Ron, that's Avon saying we want our best against your best, right? Finn Jordanic one-on-one with Taylor on that far sideline, a little comeback out route, and Jordanic just not able to get the separation. Taylor on him like a cheap suit. So Eagles trying for 3.
So Thiebert will attempt what will set up as a 36-yard field goal. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it's got enough leg, and it's good. A 36-yard field goal with 4:51 left to play in this opening quarter by Avon's Jude Thiebert. Everybody's had the football once, and everybody scored. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. It's Pine-Richland 6, Avon 3.
Hello, sports fans. This message is from Tom Orlando, your Lorain County Clerk of Court. Our auto title and passports offices provide photo-to-finish passport services with no appointment necessary. Visit us in Lorain or Elyria, or go to loraincountyohio.gov/clerk. Now's the time to start planning your 2027 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, stock pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups of any size. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step. And they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events. Dates can book up fast, so call David Venezuela at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2027 outing today.
That red zone score brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. The touchdown brought to you Mike Bass Ford. A great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And now it's time for a kickoff brought to you by Eco Tree Services. All kickoffs all season long on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. We expected a competitive football game, and we have gotten it so far in the first few minutes of this first quarter. Both teams have had one offensive possession, and both teams have scored. Set to return for Pine-Richland, and Avon will kick away from Khalil Taylor. The Rams receive it at the 18, and they bring it up to the 26-yard line. For Pine-Richland with the football was Caden Taylor. They have kicked it twice to Caden and kept it away from Khalil.
Well, Khalil last year, 3 touchdowns as far as kick returning went, 362 yards on that front as well. So, yeah, not the worst decision, I don't think.
No, he had 3 touchdowns on kickoffs. He had 3 touchdowns on punt returns, and he had 16 touchdowns rushing or catching and running in with the football. So that's 22 touchdowns.
How about over 700?
One guy.
Over 760 return yards in general between kick return and punt return duties. So, yeah, he's an electric athlete, no question.
He is lined up on offense. He's left of his quarterback. His quarterback's Strader, and here comes Eddie Avon blitz again. Strader with pressure. Going to have to step out of it. Strader's going to tuck it and run it and step out of bounds inside the 30 near sideline. Late penalty flag thrown in that Pine-Richland backfield. If it's on the Rams, they really got to be. It is. It's a hold.
Wow.
So here's the thing. I mentioned it earlier. John Ladon, the head football coach for Pine-Richland, said his biggest concern on offense this year, and this is game 1. I mean, they have just scrimmaged and practiced against each other. That's it. It was that offensive line. He said big, as in capital B-I-G, concern. Only one returner, and that returner missed the last half of the season to injury. He said, Ron, not a lot of varsity starts on that line. And he really complimented the defensive front, the down linemen for Avon. He felt that they were so good, big and powerful, and Mike Elder rotates so many guys. Elder's got 20 guys listed on his 2-deep that will play tonight. He was really concerned about how his offensive line could hold up, and so far they have not held up well. This is Strader. He'll keep the football straight up the middle, across the 20, breaks the tackle. Strader to the 30. Strader's going to break into the open. Strader cuts across the field. Strader could go all the way. It's an 81-yard touchdown. There it is. How about that? Tied up, bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and Aaron Strader for the Rams turns it into 81 yards the other way.
Boy, that's once he got out of that initial wave, Ron, there was nobody left to try to bring him down. Again, great downfield blocking, and you see just how electric some of these Rams athletes are once they get into open space. Great vision from Strader, Ubi, as they call him over there at Pine-Richland, and boy, I mean, they're 2 guys to watch tonight. It was Strader and it was Taylor, and boy, have they delivered here on these first 2 drives.
Well, 2 touchdowns, covered 131 yards on 2 plays. A 50-yarder by Taylor and an 81-yarder by Strader. Here's the point after touchdown, and this one is not blocked. It's up, and it's good. Boy, that scoring drive didn't take long at all. We'll take a break. 4:24 left, first quarter. 3 offensive possessions, 2 by Pine-Richland, 1 by Avon, and everybody scored. We'll look for defense next when we come back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Enjoy bigger buys and bigger discounts during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. Save thousands when you bundle eligible name brand appliances. Or get loads of savings on GE Profile washers and dryers while supplies last. Plus, we offer 0% financing and free local delivery. We're rewarding you for all your hard work with great deals during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. When you shop Stewart's, it's all about you.
Gavin Kohler, Finn Jordanic, and Caden Bennett will set up deep for Avon. Set to return the kickoff. Pine-Richland's Landon Brown. Brown sent it into the end zone after the Rams' first touchdown, and this one will end up in the same spot. Almost goes into the student section. So that kickoff is brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. The touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. Can't say it was a red zone score because the red zone doesn't include 81 yards. But if we were to say it was a red zone score, it would be brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance.
There you go. Boy, another big possession for Avon, right? I mean, that defensive drive starts on a good note with the holding call, and then you watch Strader run, basically the whole field. So how did Mike Elder in this offense respond?
Well, with patience, I think you need to start by, it's the first quarter. There's a quick out, and that's picked, and that's going to be a pick 6. That was easy money for Pine-Richland's Nick Aiello. And suddenly, there are 3 touchdowns on the boards for the Rams.
Well, and Ron, you said it. This was Mike Elder's concern with things getting away early because of how explosive this Pine-Richland team is. The problem is that you're thinking that it's mostly offense on that front, right? We can live with Khalil Taylor maybe breaking some big runs or Aaron Strader starting to get loose a little bit, but those are the kind of mistakes you can't have right there. And that's as easy as a touchdown as Pine-Richland might get all year.
So it took 6 seconds between touchdowns for the Rams. Snap was high, and the kick is down and good. 4:18 left. There was 4:24 left.
Oh, man.
When Strader went 81 yards. 6 seconds later, Aiello with a pick 6 inside the 20-yard line went the other way. And it's 20-3 Rams over the Eagles from Westland Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing Field in Avon. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Don't replace your concrete, level it. A1 Concrete Leveling is your best choice. They are the only company that offers both grout and polyurethane leveling. Let them help determine the best choice for your job. A1 Concrete Leveling Cleveland West is family owned, and it's the first concrete leveling company in Lorain County. The Clapham family has been serving the area for over 30 years. Get ready for the season by giving us a call at 440-327-0101 or visit us online at a1concrete.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Well, that touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And this kickoff, we've had a lot of kickoffs tonight. 5 of them. This one again into the end zone, brought to you by Eco Tree Services. All the kickoffs on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel this year brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. So, Rocco, you were asking the question when that pass was thrown, what do you do now? And I was starting to say patience.
Well.
And I think really that's where you have to stand. You've got to look at it like, listen, let's win the 4:18 of this first quarter. We're still in the first quarter. And then let's work on the second quarter, because you can't score a 17-point touchdown. You've got to work at it. You've got to whittle at it. You've got to start with a long possession, keep their explosive offense off the field, right, and score on it, and score a touchdown, and just trust what you've done to get ready for this football game. Sikora is going to throw it. He's got some time, and now he doesn't. He's going to get chased out of the pocket. He'll step up, throw it, and incomplete near his own sideline. That was Caden Bennett, his senior wideout, that he tried to get the football to.
Not much open on the back end, Ron, is there for Sikora? Now, granted, he doesn't have all day in the pocket. I know that defensive line for Pine-Richland, they're getting after him pretty good here to start this game. Clearly in his head a bit already, right, with that pick 6. But I think right now that Pine-Richland secondary gets a lot of credit for what we're seeing right now. Just nowhere for Sikora to go. Nothing easy anyway. That
secondary and the linebacking core for the Rams, Coach Ladon said to me this week, he thought were the strengths of the defense, the linebackers and the defensive backs. It's 2nd and long. Eagles will try to get it on the ground, and they get up near the 24-yard line. So picking up about 4 yards is Michael Colburn. That'll set up 3rd and 6.
And Ron, thinking back to last week where Avon did get success on the ground, I thought it was mostly outside the tackles for them. I thought when they tried to go, in between through those first couple of gaps, there just wasn't much there for Colburn to get. When they went outside with those off-tackle runs, the sweeps, the tosses, I thought that is where maybe they had some more success. So I'm curious if we see more of that as this game grows.
Gavin Kohler set up at the bottom of your screen wearing the neon green shoes on 3rd and 5. They'll throw underneath. Kohler went out, brought the defense out, and threw underneath. They went to Jack Goldian. Sikora did. They pick up positive yards, but they'll be a couple of short of a first down. Ball's marked at the 28. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Sikora is going to stay in the game. Finn Jordanic has come back into the huddle.
When Ron, Pine-Richland, they've jumped a couple of times already. Is that where Mike Elder in this offense's head is at right now? Try to get them again.
Well, listen, we've known Mike for a long time, and he is not one to shy away from a risk. 4th and a long one. And running with the football, taking the direct snap is Finn Jordanic. So that's a first down for the Avon Eagles. Jordanic, the wideout, took the direct snap and followed his running back and his right guard and his center, Jack Fitch and Alex Bilzo, and the Eagles get enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's all just execution, Ron. That's execution and trusting Finn Jordanic's eyes right there. He's just got to follow the guys in front, and they have to execute and get him a little wiggle room, and that's exactly what he had there. Boy, he nearly could have broke that if he kept his footing.
And that's a building block for a drive that's important. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Handoff again and again in the backfield, busting through. Dylan Michael got in the backfield, and he took the Avon Eagles down for another loss. Michael is that defensive tackle that had 3 straight offsides penalties on the opening drive. He's back in, and he makes a big tackle there.
Well, I'm sure he got some fire put under the you-know-what area of him, right? I mean, that's he may as well have been untouched. I mean, there's nothing you can do if you're a ball carrier there. There's nowhere to go, and you're getting wrapped up pretty immediately. So that's impressive.
Clock's at 1:40. It's 20-3 Pine-Richland. We're still in the first quarter. 2nd and long. It's 13. Sikora looking left. He'll throw left, wide open at the 42-yard line. Catching it and being knocked out of bounds is Finn Jordanic. Jordanic gets it all the way up to the 45, and that will move the chains.
It's Jordanic in one-on-one coverage. I mean, that is a dice roll that you will take every time. Not even a dice roll. That's just a situation that you'll take every time. I think if you're the Avon offense, it's a guy who's just an unbelievable athlete. We talk about athletes for Pine-Richland. Avon's got one of their own in Jordanic for sure.
And that wide receiver room, that crew that catches the football, one of the strengths on offense for this Avon football team. Handoff up the middle. And we're going to have to check on 21. There are 2 21s listed. And the 21s weren't listed on our original depth chart, our 2 deep. So we'll see whether it's Owen Pocus or Logan Workman for Avon. he got handoffs in warm-ups. We were watching.
Yep.
And trying to figure out who that young man is. Inside a minute, Sikora's going to throw. First quarter, he's going to get pressured. There's a flag down, throw, holding, picked off. This one could go the other way. With it and high-stepping and stepping out of bounds is Pine-Richland's Aaron Strader. Strader, the quarterback, also plays deep safety. Now, the penalty flag, I'm thinking, is holding on Avon. And if that's the case, and it is, there's the official call. That will be declined, and it is. And Pine-Richland's going to have the football.
And again, that's where you look at the decision-making of Trevor Sikora. I mean, you hate to be too harsh on the young man, but with one pretty darn costly interception already with the pick six. And I know he had a bad one last week, too, against St. Ignatius in the end zone on a drive that could have ended in points. Instead, it wasn't. It was a turnover going the other way. These are the situations where Sikora, he's going to have to grow up in a hurry, Ron. I know how Avon looks at their non-conference, right? 0-3, 3-0, you kind of still have the whole season in front of you no matter how that pans out. But you want to see some growth and some maturity from these guys. And for Sikora, I think another moment right there that he's going to have to try to grow from.
So Pine-Richland has the football. And they're at the Avon 31-yard line. This is Strader in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Miles, and Miles slips at about the 33 and falls forward to the 31. You have to wonder, when is the last time an Avon football team was in the situation that they're in right now?
Right.
It's been a while. That's how good they've been. And that will wrap up the quarter. They're going to count down the final 19 seconds. So let the clock roll. Both teams will head to their respective sidelines. And my partner, Rocco Nucci, and I will take a timeout. One quarter in the books here from Avon High School. Pine-Richland out of Pennsylvania, about 22 miles north of Pittsburgh in town. And they scored 3 times in that opening quarter, twice on huge plays. And they lead the Eagles 20-3. Second quarter's next on the Chronicle Telegram, the YouTube channel.
Now's the time to start planning your 2027 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, stock pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups of any size. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step. And they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events. Dates can book up fast, so call David Venezuela at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2027 outing today.
Industries are changing quickly, and this means new high-paying jobs are showing up every day. Employers are ready to hire now. The best part? Lorain County Community College offers free fast-track programs designed to get you working in 16 weeks or less. You will learn the skills, get hired, and finally find a job you love in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, trades. Aaron Strader in the shotgun. Back in Avon territory, handoff, breaking through, rushing, and tackled at the 21-yard line as Dysere Green-Lindsey, the junior tailback. Pine-Richland working quickly without a huddle. Green-Lindsey will stay in the backfield right out of his quarterback. He'll take the handoff again. Dysere tries left side, gets stacked up, balls on the football field, and I think Pine-Richland fell on it. Strader did, the quarterback.
You're right, Ron. I think they were pretty quick to pounce on that.
Strader was back there, and so was left guard Chris Lentz. Pine-Richland working without a huddle. Their first game of the football season. They did not play a week ago. Avon's got one in the books, a thriller at Brown Stadium, a win in the final seconds over St. Ignatius. The Avon Eagles trying to get a big stop here early in the second quarter. Strader looks right, quick pass. Taylor caught it. Taylor brought down immediately. They'll give Khalil Taylor forward progress to the 20 where he caught it. So he'll pick up a yard, but that's it.
It's a nice job by Jarrell Fenton to shoot himself downhill and really put the hit on the receiver there. And I think he's a guy, I had him circled in pregame. He will help set the tone in that Avon secondary, right? From that safety spot, one of the most explosive athletes, if not the most explosive athlete here in Lorain County. And they need more plays like that where even if it's not an interception, it's a big enough play, a big enough hit to make your presence known.
So it's 3rd and 9. Ball's at the 20 for the Rams of Pine-Richland. And Strader with a handoff, and this is trouble. Trying to get it out wide left near sideline, stacking it up for the Avon Eagles. That was Green Lindsay with the football, and Sean White, the middle linebacker, the senior, was the first to the scene. You know, you were talking about Jarrell Fenton, and down on the sideline before the game, I heard some dads talking, and they were talking about Pine-Richland's offense, and they were saying, we just got to make sure that Jarrell keeps him out of the end zone. like it was all on him.
Right, right. Well, I mean, when you're the safety, you are literally the last line of defense.
Pine-Richland's going to go for it. Ball's marked at the 19. They need to get it to the 11, so they need 8. Inside 10 minutes to play first half. Avon Eagle fans on their feet. Schrader throw, press. Schrader going to run out of it. Schrader with room, going to throw it near the end zone.
Wow.
Caught! Touchdown. Guess who? Khalil Taylor. And Pine-Richland has done it again. Speed has avoided the rush of Avon. And Khalil Taylor settled in. And Schrader found it. 4th and 8 from the 19. It's another touchdown, the 4th of the night for Pine-Richland.
Ron, that you're just asking a lot of your defense, especially on that back end, which I know we talked about a lot just now. You're asking a lot for those guys to hold up in coverage against some really tremendous athletes. And I know obviously keeping Strader in the pocket is way easier said than done, but when you let him extend plays like that, when you let him get out of the pocket and keep his eyes downfield, eventually someone has a pretty darn good shot of hurting you. Of course, Taylor, one of those guys, and again, that's just a lot to ask from your secondary to try to hold up for that long against a good quarterback and an even better receiving core.
So there was a penalty on the play. The touchdown will count, but afterwards unsportsmanlike conduct on Pine-Richland. So the extra point's going to be a little bit longer than normal. You know, when I talked to Coach Elder this week about this Pine-Richland team, specifically their offense, he said, Ron, he said, they make Glenville look slow. He said, that's how quick they are. He said, they make a Glenville offense look slow.
Everything about them's been fast here tonight, Ron. I mean, everything they do, it just comes across as fast.
So it's a long extra point, a 35-yard extra point for Landon Brown, but he's got the leg. And that one is up, and that one's got plenty of leg. It's good. 9 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first half from Avon. And a team from Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, has come to Lorain County, and they're putting on a show. It's 27-3 Pine-Richland. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
That touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And the Red Zone Score by Pine-Richland brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance. And this kickoff by Landon Brown of Pine-Richland brought to you by EcoTree Services. And Brown consistently kicks it into the end zone. The Eagles will have it out at their own 20. It's 27-3 Pine-Richland over Avon. I can say this for certainty. I've been calling games for WEOL for, well, at least the last 6 years.
Okay.
And a lot of the Mike Elder runs called that first state championship, called a lot of those Hoban gut-wrenching losses in the state semifinals, the big wins over Medina Highland. And I have not seen a football game like this. Let's see how Avon responds. I mean, you know, if you're going to be a championship club, and nobody wins a championship in week 2 of the regular season, it's how you respond to adversity. The Eagles are going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. They'll mark it at almost a 21, so that run will pick up a yard for the Eagles.
Ron, these ones are tough because there's just nothing easy right now for the Avon Eagles. It's tough for them to even say, okay, well, at least we can hang our hat on this right now. There's just nothing for them to work with right now, and you got to figure out something offensively here.
And everything starts with a running game. They'll quick a little bubble screen. That's caught by Gavin Kohler, and Kohler's out to the 28-yard line, a couple of yards short of the. But I really do believe that everything comes back to the running game. You have got to establish a run at some point, and anybody that's watched football long enough knows that, and that's going to be a tough get for Avon tonight to do that.
And again,
especially when you're down 27-3 in the first half.
Right, I mean, Pine-Richland's just too good to make yourself one-dimensional. I know we've never seen them before, right? But just on what we've seen, they're too good to go totally one-dimensional.
Rams showed blitz, and the Rams jumped off sides again. That is at least the 4th offsides penalty. 3 of them came on the opening drive. And coming off the field again, I don't mean to pick on the young man, and I'm not, because he's a heck of a player. He's a down lineman on a team that's one of the best in the state of Pennsylvania, but Dylan Michaels having a hard time reading that snap count tonight. That's the only thing that's gone wrong for Pine-Richland tonight. They have been nearly perfect. First down, Avon. Ball's at the Rams, or ball's at Avon's 33-yard line. Secore's going to throw, blind side, sacked. Boy, Secore didn't see Elijah Hill, the cornerback, far side of the football field, blind side to Secore, and he came in, and Avon's going to lose a lot of yards. They're going to lose 13 yards all the way back to the 22-yard line.
And again, Ron, just the speed. I mean, look how quick he's closing in on Trevor Secore. I mean, Secore, he sees him coming. He's trying to put a move on to get away. The problem is Hill's just too quick, and that's really kind of the theme of this first half so far. As talented and athletic and as fast as we know these Avon Eagles are, Pine-Richland has been that and then some so far.
Yeah, this is telling you how good this Pine-Richland football team is. Second and a lot. Quick pass, dangerous pass, and hit immediately and brought down after catching it was Avon's Gavin Kohler. Number 5, tackled number 5, Dysere Green-Lindsey, the middle linebacker for Pine-Richland.
And you could just tell kind of body language right now, right, Ron? And it's tough to avoid this, especially at the high school level. But Pine-Richland, they're coming off of these piles, and they're jumping around. They're flexing their muscles a little bit. They're chirping. And for Avon, I mean, you're just trying to kind of keep it together right now. There's just no energy on this sideline right now. The offense doesn't seem to have much energy. You're moving backwards right now. It's just not going their way in any aspect.
Third down. Ball's at the 19. Eagles need 24. And a whistle before the snap. And they're going to ask 55 to, there must be like an equipment issue. They're going to ask 55 to leave the field. Not exactly sure, and he isn't either.
It's Adam Barnett, the sophomore, called his name once already, although I think that was for jumping off sides.
Well, Adam Barnett is one of the players that Mike Elder mentioned this week that he was worried about. He said they've got a sophomore down lineman that's almost 300 pounds. It's just hard to block.
They got him at 6'2", 260 in the roster. Yeah, that'll play.
He's out. Count stays the same, 3rd and 24. Secore in the shotgun. And here come the Rams. Secore steps up, far sideline, and it's out of bounds. Gavin Kohler was his intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. The Eagles will have to punt. We got 5 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in this first half from Avon High School. And it has been all Pine-Richland, the Rams, team from just north of Pittsburgh, putting on a show tonight.
Tell you what, Ron, their ability to match Avon in man-to-man coverage defensively, it's incredible. I mean, just really, there's no windows for Secore to try to throw through right now.
High snap, and the punt is off the foot, and it goes out of bounds. We'll see where the ball is marked. Not a good punt, and that ball is going to get marked inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's where Pine-Richland's going to have the football with over 5 minutes. There's a flag deep in the backfield, and they're going to say it's on Pine-Richland, it looks like. It was 4th and forever. 4th and 24.
Maybe a hold on the return. It's my thought. It's not in the area of where roughing or anything like that would have been. Yeah, so they'll just back that up off the spot of where it landed. Well, you're right, Ron. When you mentioned it earlier, you know, I got to WEOL in 2020. We were right in the middle of basketball season, then the pandemic hit. Not that we need to revisit that, but in my time here in Lorain County, because I'm from Summit County, yeah, I have not seen this happen to the Avon Eagles. We've certainly seen it the other way plenty of times, but rarely have we seen an Avon team, especially at home, kind of take one on the chin right now.
.537 left. Stuck at the 48-yard line. Coming up and making a big-time hit is Avon's.
It's Canning, Cody Canning, number 20.
Yeah, the 5'11 senior from his safety spot. Loss of a yard. Strader in the gun. With him on his left hip is Miles Niels. And Khalil Taylor is at the top of your screen on this YouTube broadcast. He's all the way up near midfield, very top of the screen. I'll hand it off to Miles. Miles with a hole. Miles left side. Miles up to the 40-yard line. He's brought down to the 40 by middle linebacker Sean White. So just a simple little two-step run. And Miles picks up just about 10 yards.
And again, no huddle. I mean, just incredible tempo and pace that Pine-Richland has played with this first half.
3rd and 2. Avon's going to bring pressure from the outside. Pine-Richland notices it. And now everybody's going to reset. Strader will stay in the shotgun. High snap. Here comes the pressure. He's in trouble. Strader going to have to roll out of it. Rolling right. Wow, what a crackback block. Strader throws it. Caught at the 30-yard line. Strader running for his life. Threw the pass, and it was caught by Chase Harrer at the 30. But, man, there was a hit in the backfield. I'm certain you saw it on Gary Pelter's camera shot here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. So the question is, was it a crackback block? Was it a blindside block? Or was it a forward-facing block? Mike Elder's discussing that with the line judge right now. You can see Mike in the corner, left corner of your screen, there at the 30-yard line. The play will stand, and the Rams move the football. Taylor's going to get it. Khalil, left side of the field. He's going to have to make some moves. Steps inside 20, brought down. There's a penalty flag at the 22, and Taylor's run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And it's going to be a penalty flag and hold on Pine-Richland.
Even with that, Ron, I mean, the ease in which Taylor is just kind of maneuvering through traffic right now. I mean, Avon does not have an answer from him, and you can see a couple of the assistant coaches laying into some of their guys on defense right now saying, hey, simply put, that's not going to cut it. I mean, you guys got to rally down. You got to be sure-handed with these tackles because right now that kind of effort, again, you get the holding, so they're going to back them up, but it's going to take more than that right now to slow these Rams down.
Hey, coming to the press box right now is one of the greatest guys in the world, the Hall of Famer.
You're kidding.
Jason Ward. Bringing me cookies
We're
from
not
his
even
wife,
at Columbia
Lisa
and you're getting
Ward.
a bag of cookies from Lisa Ward. You are kidding me.
Jason Ward. Let me tell you the backstory there after this play. So Strader's in the shotgun. He's at the 42.
Unbelievable.
It's 1st and 15, and there's a whistle and a motion penalty on Pine-Richland. So Richland is leading this game in everything, including penalties. So Jackson Palmer, the talented wideout for the Avon Eagles, is Jason Ward's nephew. Mrs. Ward's waving at me right now. Jason's sister, Emily Palmer, is Jackson's mother. So Jackson's uncle is the great Jason Ward. Handoff in the backfield, and coming up with a big tackle is Nathan Peters. Peters tackles Pine-Richland's Dysere Green-Lindsay after a pickup of a couple. So Jason knew that the schedule for WEOL didn't bring me to Columbia this year.
Oh, wow. I guess
I
we
don't
didn't
have a
stick you
game
out
in
there.
Columbia.
That one's on me.
So
I'll take ownership
he
there.
said Lisa will bring you cookies to the Avon game because we'll be there to watch our nephew, Jackson Palmer.
Wait till Jared Kozar hears this, Ron. Wait till Jared Kozar hears how Lisa Ward still found a way to deliver you cookies outside of Columbia Station. Unbelievable.
Short of my wife, the best woman in the world, Lisa Ward. Timeout in the field. Pine-Richland's called it. 3 minutes, 2 seconds left in this first half. It's been all Rams so far here at a packed home sideline at Avon High School. It's 27-3, Rams over the Eagles. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Rams with the football out of that timeout. 2nd and 20. Here come the Eagles, sending pressure. Strader steps up. Strader going to run it. Strader with a ball fake. Puts the ball in his outside arm, and he runs out of bounds into that Eagles sideline at about the 32-yard line. So he'll pick up about 8. It's going to set up a 3rd and 12.
Big spot here for Avon. I know you're down 24. It's really kind of gotten away in this first half, but get a stop here. Try to maybe get some points before halftime. Again, you said it, Ron. You're not getting all 24 back at once, but you can chip away. Need to stop first, though.
Strader's going to throw. Here comes Avon. Quick out, set up. Green Lindsay with it. Gets down to about the 30. He's going to pick up just a couple or run out of bounds, and they'll be well short of a first down. It's going to be 4th and long. Ball's going to be marked at the 30-yard line.
This Pine-Richland team kicked less than 10 field goals in total last year. I believe they only tried 6 or 7, so I don't expect Coach Ladon's team to try to send one through the uprights here, and I don't think that's the plan.
They'll keep it. Aaron Strader, the 4-year starter at quarterback, stays in the football game. Rams need to get it to the Avon 19. Here comes Avon. They got everybody at the line of scrimmage. Set up a screen, and there's a whistle, and it's blown dead. That play blown dead. Avon had called a timeout.
That's maybe one they regret, too. I think they had that pretty well snuffed out, Ron. There wasn't much doing for Pine-Richland. Now, I know the whistle kind of stops things, obviously, but boy, they had things pretty kept in front of them there, I thought.
Timeout in the field. We'll take one, too. This was a well-sold game. 2 of the top programs in the states of Ohio and Pennsylvania, so we want to get to those ads. We'll be back. It's 27-3 Pine-Richland over Avon on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Hello, sports fans. This message is from Tom Orlando, your Lorain County Clerk of Court. Our auto title and passports offices provide photo-to-finish passport services with no appointment necessary. Visit us in Lorain or Elyria, or go to loraincountyohio.gov/clerk.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
27-3 Pine-Richland over Avon. 2:45 left to play in this first half. It's the Rams with the football. And you can see in the shotgun, calling for it is Strader. Flag on the play. Pass is complete, enough for a first down to a wide-open Khalil Taylor, but hold on. Flag was thrown in the backfield, thrown pretty early, and I think it's a motion penalty on Pine-Richland's offense, and that's exactly what it is. So the Rams are going to negate the positive yards to pick up a first down on 4th and 11, and they'll face a 4th and 16 should they choose to go for it.
Problem, though, Ron, is every time Pine-Richland seemingly has put themselves in a bit of a hole or a bad situation, they've had some crazy solution for it one way or another, whether it's Taylor with a crazy catch, Strader taking off and running. Their defense has obviously made some big plays. They have just had an answer for any kind of adversity that they've seen, and there hasn't been much for Pine-Richland tonight. So big chance for Avon to maybe try to tilt that pendulum the other way a bit.
Well, here's the challenge. If you're cornerback Johnny Scott, he's the young man challenged with guarding Khalil Taylor. And he's in single coverage, although it looks like Avon's slipping somebody over to double up. Pressure, Strader steps up, Strader over the middle, it's incomplete. And the Avon defense is held. So great job by that Eagle defense, and there's something to celebrate.
And they're almost a bit fortunate there, too. I mean, credit where credit is due. They get the stop, but Strader had a man, and I think maybe a better throw ends up extending that drive for Pine-Richland. But if you're an Avon faithful right now, you will certainly take that stop, and now you got 2:34 to maybe try to go get some points, and if you go for two and get it, it's a two-possession game going into the locker room.
And I can't stress enough, I mean, everything is about how you respond, right? I mean, your success, I always like to say, in anything in life is dependent on how you handle your failures. So if Avon feels that they've got it handed to them here in the first half, they've got to stand up and fight for what they believe in, what they've stood on, the foundation, the program that they've built, and I don't expect anything less. I think they'll do exactly that. Try to set up the screen. Pine-Richland was waiting for it and snuffing it out as soon as that screen pass was caught is Pine-Richland right defensive end, Rhett Valenti.
That's another thing that hasn't been there at all tonight for Avon is the screen game, right? I mean, we've seen them try that a couple of times, a couple of bubble screens too, but the speed of Pine-Richland just too much. Usually that's kind of how you combat some pressure, right? You throw some screens and some bubbles to kind of get them off balance, but right now nothing fooling Pine-Richland.
2nd and 15, Sikora to throw. Beautiful pass, caught right in front of his teammates. Sikora with that beautiful pass to Finn Jordanek. I mean, there was a small window. Jordanek was bracketed. They had guys in front of him, guys behind him, guys coming to his left, and that pass was perfect by Sikora. And it's a big gain. It sets up 3rd and short for the Eagles.
That's been the challenge right now for Trevor Sikora in this Avon offense round. We've talked about it. It's been really tight coverage through and through from Pine-Richland in the back end. So Sikora is almost had to be perfect with some of these throws, and he hasn't been for a lot of them, but he was on that one. A good ball to Jordanek.
1:50 left, opening half. 3rd and 1, a long one. Sikora looking, passing, caught. It's a first down and a little bit more. That's Gavin Kohler inside the 50. And Kohler gets the football all the way down to the Pine-Richland 47-yard line. Clock stops as the chains move. Chains are set, the clock picks up. We're at 1:40 left to play in this first half. Wouldn't it be great for Avon if they can come down, score a touchdown here at the end of the half? They get the football to start the third quarter. Sikora, quick out, caught, still in the field of play, and down forward progress at the 39-yard line. That's Kohler again. Kohler, yes on completions, but also on just patterns that he's running where they're targeting him, has been a favorite target of Sikora tonight. Gavin has been active. He's been as bright as his neon shoes and gloves. Sikora to throw again. This time he rolls to his left, going to throw across his body. It's caught at the out-of-bounds line, and that's a catch by Jackson Palmer. So Palmer's parents, his mom, Emily, his dad, Jonathan, his grandma and grandpa, Ward, Jason Ward, the longtime future Hall of Fame football coach of Columbia High School, now the athletic director. They're all sitting about 5 rows in front of me. Jonathan Palmer owns Mallard Creek Golf Club, a sponsor here on our WEOL and Chronicle Telegram broadcast. And Lisa Ward, again, brought me my favorite cookies tonight. God bless Lisa Ward. Sikora with pressure, going to step up. He's in trouble, and he's down at the 42-yard line. So progress for Avon, snuffed out by the Rams on that play. 49 seconds and counting left in this first half. Avon wants a timeout. They'll get it. We'll take one, too. 49 seconds left. Eagles with the football in Rams territory. When we come back, we'll give you the final 49 on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Labor Day weekend, Smokin' Steve is firing up the grills at North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for their barbecue chicken and rib burn-off. Join Convenient on Saturday, September 5th, starting at noon, for mouth-watering ribs, delicious barbecue chicken, and all the smoky flavors you love. Don't forget a couple of ice-cold beverages to go with it. Don't miss the Labor Day weekend fun, Saturday, September 5th at noon. Come hungry because Smokin' Steve is ready to fire it up at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Gary Pelter bringing you that great camera shot from atop the press box here at Avon High School on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. I'd like to welcome everybody in. We're glad you're joining us. We're honored to bring you 2 YouTube channel broadcasts every Friday night, a Lorain County matchup and a Medina County matchup. Secor to throw, quick pass, caught, and stepping out of bounds to stop the clock is Avon's Michael Colburn. Colburn with the football at the 36 of Pine-Richland. Every Medina County matchup on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, big addition.
And every, spotlight game, game 1 in Lorain County on the YouTube channel. Last week it was Avon St. Ignatius. This week it's the game you're watching right now, Avon and Pine-Richland. And next week it's at Elyria Catholic. It's Midview and Elyria Catholic, that old rivalry that dates back, way back, to the 70s.
How about Lorain and Elyria tomorrow at noon? A little matinee
Saturday,
for your Saturday.
3rd and long. They need 12. Sikora over the middle. There could be pass interference, and there will be. Yeah, holding up and almost bear hugging. The Avon receiver was outside linebacker Ryan Curran for Pine-Richland. That's a good call. So that's going to give Avon a first down.
Pretty easy call, I think, too. You can see that contact pretty early, and I know he kind of has his hands up thinking, what did I do? But, yeah, he was certainly there early. A good call there by the officials. And a big one for Avon. You get a first down. Clock stops. You still got 41 seconds and a couple of timeouts to work with, so they're still very much in play for some points here to close out this first half. And again, as you mentioned, Ron, some much-needed ones if they can get them.
Yeah, this is a drive of great magnitude. I mean, I can't say it any simpler. If the Eagles can punch one in here and make it 27-10 at halftime, know that they're going to get the football coming out with the third quarter, they could realistically be in a 27-17 game before Pine-Richland touches the football again.
You're absolutely right.
Sikor to throw. Sikor with great protection. Sikor over the middle, out of the hands of his open receiver. Boy, that was a beautiful pass, almost a great catch. That was Gavin Kohler. Kohler was well guarded, but Sikora made a great pass, and Kohler almost came down with a real nice catch.
Boy, they got him listed at 6 foot, $178. If he's 6'1", Ron, that's he has a better shot at catching that one. Boy, I tell you, right off the fingertips, a tough one there for Avon. One of the few times we've seen tonight them really get behind that Pine-Richland defense, and definitely a missed opportunity.
36 seconds left, first half. Only back in the backfield is on the right hip of Sikora. He'll stay in the block. Sikora with a penalty flag down, pass caught at the 14 and tackled, almost punched down at the 14. Catching that football was Caden Bennett, and he got smoked by middle linebacker Dysere Green-Lindsay. But there's a penalty down, and it's a holding in the Avon backfield. Well, that holding is a direct reflection of the speed and strength of that Pine-Richland defense.
They've just worn them down, I think, in this first half. Again, for as fast as they are, Pine-Richland, that is, they're strong, too. I mean, there is some size on that offensive and defensive front, the defensive front especially. Holding penalties caught up to Avon a bit last week, too, against St. Ignatius. I was curious how they'd look on that front here tonight, and seems like there's maybe still some work to be done there. 2nd and 20, ball's at the 31. Down and distance means nothing. They're 31 yards away from a touchdown with 27 seconds left in this first half. Here comes Pine-Richland. They're coming after Sikora. Sikora deep, left corner, end zone. No! In and out of the hands
Again, a beautiful pass and a near really nice catch. Far sideline, I think it was Graham Rawlinson all the way over there. Is it 15?
It is, yeah. It's Rawlinson, yeah. It's Elijah Hill. Who else holding up on the back end? You've said his name a lot in this first half.
And he's a junior. Boy, Avon's had 2 real nice plays. 2 real good shots at it. Real nice passes by Sikora. Trying to finish one off here.
Again, the coverage, Ron. Sikora's had to be perfect. If it's not perfect, that ball just hasn't been there tonight.
You're 100% right. Sikora going to step up in the pocket. Left side, caught. Is it? Is he in bounds? They'll say out of bounds. Catching it and stepping out of bounds was Kohler. Stops the clock, though. 14 seconds left. It's 4th down. Now down in distance means everything. Was there another penalty, Rocco? Yeah.
Looks like there was.
So the Rams came up in the face mask of an Avon lineman, so that's going to be great news for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So hands to the face by Pine-Richland, and they'll mark that penalty off. Ball's at the 21 now for the Avon Eagles. So, I mean, if you're thinking field goal, they got a great kicker in Jude Thiebert. He is solid from anything inside 42 yards. But Eagles thinking touchdown. They've got 14 seconds, so realistically 2 more plays at it. 3rd and 10. Rams are coming. Sikora going to step up in the pocket. Sikora to the end zone. Middle caught. Touchdown! Avon Eagles. It's Finn Jordanek. How about that?
When you need a play, Ron, when you need a play, Finn Jordanek's there. And finally, the Avon Eagles get somebody that beats Pine-Richland in coverage. These Rams have just been suffocating on the back end, but Jordanek, as he's done so many times, able to create just enough space. And we've talked about Sikora having to be pretty darn accurate with the football. He was there. What a strike to get Avon back into this one.
Man, that was a beautiful pass on a drive where there were lots of beautiful passes, and there's the important point after touchdown. And momentum has switched a little.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard and you go, come on, Ron, how can you say momentum switched? It's 27-10, the team from Pennsylvania. But again, back to my point, you know, the middle 8, last 4 minutes of the one quarter, beginning of the next quarter, Avon gets the football to start the second half. The next time the Rams touch it, they could realistically be up only 10 after being up 24. It's 27-10. We'll take a timeout quickly. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
It's 4th and go time, and there's no better playbook than a new Ford from Mike Bass Ford. Whether you're looking to make a big drive across town or just need a solid lineup of trucks and SUVs blocking for your family, Mike Bass Ford has got you covered. No penalty flags, no fumbles. So don't punt on your next vehicle. Touchdown at Mike Bass Ford today. Mike Bass Ford, proud to be on your team.
A lot of press box talk here. A lot of folks on this home Avon side really excited, partner Rocco Nucci, about that touchdown.
One of the few times we've seen this home crowd erupt here for the opener. That's kind of been the issue right now here for the Avon faithful is that, you know, it's the home opener. They're coming off a state title. They're here to kind of celebrate and have a good time here tonight. And Pine-Richland took a lot of that away, and still a lot of work to do for the Avon Eagles. But it's a scoring strike that'll have you feeling a little bit better heading into the halftime locker room.
Now the dangerous Khalil Taylor standing at the 10 in the middle of the field. He'll break out to go whichever direction the ball is kicked, and it's a squib kick well away from Taylor. It's fielded by Cooper Stisak, and Stisak's going to flip it. Taylor's got it, and the Eagles have brought him down, and that's going to wrap up the first half. Clock's going to stop with 3 seconds, so we'll get maybe one play. And honestly, one play is all Pine-Richland.
Well, that's exactly
so,
right.
I mean, if you're Avon, you're gonna rush 3 guys, put 8 back in coverage, and just keep Khalil Taylor out of the end zone in the final 3 seconds here.
I was a little surprised to see the lateraling start there on that kickoff run, because I'm thinking to myself, I know it went to Khalil Taylor, but I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you want to give him another shot offensively. You don't want to just run out the clock here on the kickoff if you're Pine-Richland. So,
Rocco, Mike Elder said to me this week, he said, Ron, number 0 for Pine-Richland, Khalil Taylor, is the best high school football player I have ever seen.
Wow.
That's exactly what he said.
High
Quote
praise.
from Coach Elder. He said he will be an NFL first-round draft pick someday. They're just going to take the snap, and they're going to finish the half. And it's a great ending for the Avon Eagles. They score a touchdown with 9 seconds left in the half. They were down 27-3, but it's 27-10, and the Eagles will come out of that locker room at halftime with the opening drive of the third quarter. So they've got an opportunity to score 2 touchdowns without Pine-Richland ever having an opportunity. They could tighten this game up in a heartbeat. We'll take a timeout. We want to remind everybody the touchdown was brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And the kickoff brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. Ron Yance, Rocco Nushi, Gary Pelter along with you from Avon High School. The marching band is next. Take a time out here on the Chronicle Telegram, the YouTube channel.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Don't replace your concrete, level it. A1 Concrete Leveling is your best choice. They are the only company that offers both grout and polyurethane leveling. Let them help determine the best choice for your job. A1 Concrete Leveling Cleveland West is family owned, and it's the first concrete leveling company in Lorain County. The Clapham family has been serving the area for over 30 years. Get ready for the season by giving us a call at 440-327-0101 or visit us online at a1concrete.com.
Industries are changing quickly, and this means new high-paying jobs are showing up every day. Employers are ready to hire now. The best part? Lorain County Community College offers free fast-track programs designed to get you working in 16 weeks or less. You will learn the skills, get hired, and finally find a job you love in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, trades, business, information technology. Don't wait. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hello, sports fans. This message is from Tom Orlando, your Lorain County Clerk of Court. Our auto title and passports offices provide photo-to-finish passport services with no appointment necessary. Visit us in Lorain or Elyria, or go to loraincounty.ohio.gov/clerk.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
That is the Avon High School Marching Band in your camera shot, brought to you by Gary Pelter here at Avon High School on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Gary, our teammate on this broadcast, I'm Ron Yance, Rocco Nushi along with me. It's 27-10. The Pine-Richland Rams from about 22 miles north of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania traveled to Lorain County today, and they brought with them a reputation of a state championship football program. They won the 2022 title, made it to the regional finals in 23, made it to the semifinals, the Final Four in 24, back to the regional championship a year ago, and they've got their sights set on maybe another 5A state championship in Pennsylvania, and they've certainly put on a show tonight here at Avon against the two-time state champion Avon Eagles. Let's take a look at that scoring, and there was a lot of it. 37 points scored in this first half of football from Avon. First quarter, just a couple of minutes in, Khalil Taylor went 50 yards on a handoff while in motion, worked his way up a sideline, did a little high-stepping showmanship, cut back to the middle of the field. Nobody touched him. 50 yards, touchdown. Point after touchdown was blocked. And just a couple of minutes in, it was 6-0 Pine-Richland. Avon took their opening drive, and they drove down the football field. They were aided by 3 offsides penalties in like the first 5 offensive plays. But nonetheless, the Eagles took advantage, and they ended up with a 36-yard field goal by their outstanding field goal kicker, Jude Thieber. It was 6-3 Pine-Richland with 4:51 left in the first quarter. And then the blitz came. 4:24 left in the first quarter. So just seconds later, 27 seconds later, Pine-Richland scores on an 81-yard touchdown run by their quarterback. He goes 81 yards for a touchdown. They kick the extra point. It's 13-3. That was at 4:24 the first quarter. 6 seconds later, the defense for Pine-Richland steps up, and picking off a pass at the 20-yard line of Avon was Nick Aiello. And Nick went in 20 yards for a pick 6. Point after touchdown was good. It goes from 6-3 to 20-3 in like 40 seconds.
Right.
Then in the second quarter, about 3 minutes in, Pine-Richland scored again. This time it was straighter to guess who? Taylor again. 27-3, and it looked just awful for Avon. But as champions do, they responded. They stayed strong, they stayed resolute, and they put together a drive to close out the first half, and they scored on a Jake Jordanic 21-yard catch in the end zone. 27-10. The point after touchdown was good, and that's where we stand at halftime. And Rocco, how important was that final drive?
It's big. I mean, we talked about it as it happened. It finally gave something for the home faithful here in Avon to really cheer about, right? It had been just a lot of groaning, a lot of throughout most of that first half, right? And for Pine-Richland, as well as they traveled, I know it's not full over there by any means on those bleachers, but it's not just, 10 people either. No. It was that sideline having all the fun. So it was good for the Avon faithful to get something kind of to, again, cheer about at the end of that half. A lot of work to do, right? You're down 17, but 17 is better than 24, and like you said, you got to start somewhere. It's like being down, 20 in basketball. You don't just launch from half court because you need all these points to be made up in a hurry. You got to chip away at a little bit. It's being down big in baseball. There is no 8-run home run that you can hit, right? You got to chip away, and that's the job for Avon right now.
Rocco, last week, Mike Rush and I, a week ago this Friday night in Avon Lake in Strongsville, the Mustangs were up 24-0 at halftime. Avon Lake scored 22 unanswered in the third quarter. Went for a 2-point conversion at the end of the third quarter to tie the game. Didn't get it, but it was 24-22 when it was 24-0 at halftime. So it can happen.
Yeah.
The Mustangs ended up winning by the exact score, 24-22, but that second half was electric. And so Eagles down 17. Anything can happen, especially when you're talking a championship mentality that Avon has built for all of the 20 years of the Mike Elder era. I mean, this team's not going to go quietly.
No.
I guarantee you that.
Well, and Ron, I'll add that, and shout out a couple of our folks commenting on the YouTube stream right now. Big thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook. That all helps us out big time. But some folks pointing out, it's been years since Avon has really been blown out like this. Medina kind of did them, in a big way a few years ago. Massillon was maybe a little more recently than that. So it's been a while. So I think for Avon, point being there, that I think they just kind of needed to get to the locker room. The touchdown was big, right? But get to the locker room, kind of take a breath, compose yourself, right? I'm sure they had a great plan here tonight, but as we've heard the boxing line go, right? It's one thing to have a plan, and then you get punched in the mouth and things can kind of go sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened with Avon here tonight,
Trying
right?
to figure it out.
You talked with Coach Elder. He knew what was up with Khalil Taylor and some of these Pine-Richland Rams. There was no secret really what they wanted to do and how they played. But again, one thing to have a plan to stop it, another to actually do so. And so Avon, you figured some stuff out at the end of that half. You got some points. Again, a lot of work to do, but I think just getting to the locker room, taking that breath, collect yourself, and see what you can do in the second half.
The outstanding band at Avon High School entertaining the home crowd. It's a full crowd, a full house here tonight at Avon High School. This is the Lorain County Community College halftime show. It's your year, your classes, your future. So enroll today at Lorain County Community College. And fall semester just started. This was opening week on the campus of LCCC, and it's great to have all the students back on campus. It's living and breathing once again. It's always fun when the students come back. The Lorain County Community College halftime show continues next here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. It's Ron Yance, Rocco Nushi, and Gary Pelter. We'll be back.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Labor Day weekend, Smokin' Steve is firing up the grills at North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for their barbecue chicken and rib burn-off. Join Convenient on Saturday, September 5th, starting at noon, for mouth-watering ribs, delicious barbecue chicken, and all the smoky flavors you love. Don't forget a couple of ice-cold beverages to go with it. Don't miss the Labor Day weekend fun, Saturday, September 5th at noon. Come hungry because Smokin' Steve is ready to fire it up at your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco.
Enjoy bigger buys and bigger discounts during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. Save thousands when you bundle eligible name brand appliances. Or get loads of savings on GE Profile washers and dryers while supplies last. Plus, we offer 0% financing and free local delivery. We're rewarding you for all your hard work with great deals during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. When you shop Stewart's, it's all about you.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
(27-10). Pine-Richland Rams over the Avon Eagles here at halftime at Avon High School. Some may be surprised by that score. And I think probably everybody is, and rightfully so. The last time Avon has been in a football game like this is out of my memory book. But you've got some scores from the rest of the county so far tonight, Rocco?
Yes, I do. A couple of scores from in and around Lorain County. Why don't we start actually in my backyard over in Fairview Park. The Warriors at home losing to Columbia 28-6. That was a 7-6 game about 5 minutes ago or whenever I had last checked the score. So it must have been a late first half scoring fury by Mike Rice and the Columbia Raiders. Speaking of the Columbia Raiders, their athletic director and former head football coach Jason Ward coming up to share a quick thought. So I'll race through some of these. Olmsted Falls skunking Brunswick right now at the half, 29-0 the score there. Amherst on top of Buckeye at the break, 28-13. Our Stream 2 audio-only game on WEOL.com has Vermilion in front of Firelands, 22-7. Right now, Midview trailing North Olmsted at home, 13-7. Woodridge taking it to Brookside right now at the half, 35-13. And Avon Lake hoping for some fortune to go their way here in week 2. Right now, down to Lake Catholic, 14-10 the score there. Westlake having all kinds of fun at the expense of Clearview, 42-6. And Brush and North Ridgeville are tied at 7 at the half. Mayfield on top of Elyria Catholic, 32-7. And Ron, I'll let you introduce our guest while I sacrifice the headset here and pass it on over to Jason Ward, Columbia Raider Athletic Director.
You know, if you look up the history of head football coaches in Lorain County, winning percentage-wise, number of wins, I believe our guest is in the top 5. He probably doesn't know because it's not something that you keep track of when you're as humble as Jason Ward, but I think Coach Ward's right up there with, behind guys like Elder and DeLugos and maybe Jeff Risen, a few like that. But Coach Ward, thanks for joining us. Jason Ward, the retired head football coach of the Raider program, did great things there at Columbia High School. Now he's the athletic director, and hired your defensive coordinator 3 years ago now to replace you.
This is his third season.
And Mike
Thanks for having me.
Rice is doing
Good to
a
see
great
you.
job. It's great to see you. Now Jason,
Happy football season.
happy football season. I've got to tell you, I debated whether to ask you to come on with me or to ask your wife Lisa to come on with me, because we figured out in the schedule this year that Rocco did not schedule me to go to Columbia. And Lisa Ward brought me the molasses cookies that she knows I love tonight here to Avon. Now, she did make a special trip to Avon, so let's tell everybody the connection between the Ward family and the Palmer family here at Avon.
Right. So we have I have two nephews on the Avon football team. Jackson Palmer, he's a senior, number 8, and Joey Palmer, sophomore, number 24.
And Jackson caught the 2-point conversion at Brown Stadium last Thursday night in that exciting win as the Eagles came from behind and knocked off the Wildcats of St. Ignatius. Were you and Lisa at that game?
We were, yeah. We were both there. Our daughters were there, and my parents were there, so we had a whole rooting section for those guys, and it was a really special night. It was great to see. You know, like he said in one of his post-game interviews, this is a program where you have to wait your turn, you know, and you may not get your turn until you're a senior, and he got voted captain this year, and he had a great night last Thursday, and in turn, we all had a great night. And I'm just happy that I'm able to get to see him 2 weeks in a row. Those guys at Columbia gave me the night off. We're at Fairview tonight. We're up 28-7 at halftime. Our new superintendent, and our principal said, go watch your nephew. So I took him up on it.
So Lisa's here, your wife. Your mom and dad are here. Emily, your sister, I'll say she's your younger sister because that's how she would like to hear that.
Yes.
And Jonathan, her husband's here.
Correct.
And we got to thank the Palmer family for lots of things, one of which is Mallard Creek Golf Club's a sponsor on the WEOL Chronicle Telegram broadcast this year. So Jonathan Palmer owns Mallard Creek and does a lot of great things in
We got to thank
County.
our boy Kaz, too, right? He's taking great care of that thing.
Jeff Kazmierzak, the green superintendent that Jonathan so smartly hired, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And doing a great job there.
Fantastic.
So, Jason, when you look at as a football coach, let's put you back with the headsets on,
Sure.
and you look at tonight. And, talking to Mike Elder this week, Mike knew that tonight was going to be a challenge. He knew that this Pine-Richland had athletes on this team that he said to me, they make Glenville Tarbletters look slow. He said that's how fast these guys are. And he said, Khalil Taylor, he said, Ron, number 0 is without a doubt the best. This is what Mike said, the best high school football player I've ever seen. And they have kind of shown that tonight, haven't they? So what do you do at halftime, though? Because you score going into the half, and you get the football to start the third quarter. So what's the message?
Well, first of all, I'm telling you, they're going to have to air it out in the second half because I don't know what number 5's name is. He's a junior inside linebacker. I don't know how many times
Lindsay.
You had to have been calling his name all night.
Yeah.
I mean, he is unblockable. And I know number 0's going to Nebraska and the quarterback's going to Kent. They're both great players, but number 5,
he's a junior,
is the best player that I've seen on that field tonight. He is unbelievable. He's unblockable. Nobody's put any hands on him all night. He's just all over the place. So if they're gonna get back in this thing, they're gonna have to get hands on number 5 because he's special.
So there are lots of things that the Avon Eagles have to think about, and they haven't had to think about a whole lot, to be honest with you, other than Akron Hoban and Medina Highland and Cincinnati. It's failing me now.
Anderson,
the team they beat for the last 2. I mean.
The team down in Florida, they went down to Florida this same week of the season, week 2 last year, and got beat by a point or something like that on a missed field goal at the end that had the distance. But yeah, so it's not like they play the best.
They do, and next week they go down to Columbus.
Right, what is it, Upper Arlington?
Yeah,
I mean, I've talked to Mike, and it's hard for them to schedule games. Who wants to play Avon? It's hard for him to find games. So it's
why Pine-Richland's here, because nobody in Western PA wants to play Pine-Richland. And Jason, you're the perfect guy to have here tonight because your family is from the Pittsburgh area. Your mom and dad, Steeler fans.
Oh yeah, we've got relatives all throughout there. We've got friends all throughout there. We know about Pine-Richland.
You're familiar with this program. So, but it's got to be fun for you to watch your nephew Jackson make that catch, and to watch the younger nephew Joey, just a sophomore, and to see your sister, you know, the love that she has for her own sons, and to see the success that they've had, and to know that you are a football family and you got these two young men playing on a successful program. It's kind of fun, isn't it, Jason?
No. Hey, listen, there's nobody I'd rather see them play for than Coach Elder. He does it the right way. He's just a phenomenal football coach, and he'd be the first to tell you too that he's got a fantastic staff around him. And you know, I've known Eric Frombach, their athletic director, for a while, but I've gotten to know him a little more now that I'm an athletic director. And man, you won't meet a better guy than Eric Frombach.
Yeah.
He is the nicest guy, and you know, you treat people the right way and good things happen to you, and next thing you know, you're winning four state championships in 1 year.
In 1 year.
It's amazing.
In your school system. So couple of minutes left. Give us the Columbia Raider football report.
We're really good.
Yeah.
We're really good. We have a really nice team. We have a really, really nice squad this year. It's actually one of the more talented squads I've seen come through there. So those guys they're fired up, man. They're rolling, and they've got an offensive line that's as big as any I've seen come through there, and they've got backs for days. So they're a squad, man. They're a squad, and we'll find out more next week. We play Akron, Manchester.
Yeah.
You know, very
Always
good
strong.
program,
Yeah.
very traditional program. So we'll find out more then. And no, but we're excited. It's a good team.
Hey, it was great to see you.
You too.
Now, bring Lisa this way, bring her up in the box during the third quarter if you can, because we got to get a picture of me and Lisa. Okay. So she's busy, but we'll catch up. Tell her thank you. All right.
I will.
And
she
maybe
would not
she's listening.
You know, she would not let this opportunity go by. We'll always find you with some molasses crinkles. We'll always find you with them. Don't worry.
I'm going to give Rocco Nushi a molasses cookie. All right, Jason, it's great to see you.
Thanks. Great talking to you.
Jay Ward, athletic director
Have a good
at Columbia High School. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Halftime is about in the books. The third quarter's next. The Avon Eagles will have the football.
Enjoy bigger buys and bigger discounts during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. Save thousands when you bundle eligible name brand appliances. Or get loads of savings on GE Profile washers and dryers while supplies last. Plus, we offer 0% financing and free local delivery. We're rewarding you for all your hard work with great deals during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. When you shop Stewart's, it's all about you.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Now's the time to start planning your 2027 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, stock pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups of any size. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step. And they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events. Dates can book up fast, so call David Venezuela at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2027 outing today.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Welcome back to the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel broadcast of tonight's Spotlight game in Avon. The Eagles of Avon hosting the Rams of Pine-Richland out of Pennsylvania. If you're just joining us, it was a half full of scoring and full of sensational plays, mostly by the Rams of Pine-Richland. And they're off to a 27-10 lead after 2 quarters of football. But we're expecting an electric second half, so make sure you stay with us here. The moon is starting to rise, and it's a beautiful moon tonight. I don't know if Pelt can pull up a little. There you see it. On cue.
There you go. Attaboy, Pelt.
Yep. We have had last night we had an eclipse of the moon, and I watched it from Columbus. I was in Columbus last night visiting my granddaughter, and I mean, I don't know that it ever went full eclipse because at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, I went to bed. So I don't know how it ended up, but
Boy, you make it till 2 o'clock, Ron.
yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta.
I don't know if I do know. That's pretty darn impressive. I think I'm kind of a night owl. I mean, believe me, I'm familiar with that 2:30, 3 o'clock range every now and again. But boy, I mean, wow, look at you.
Not like I used to, though, Rocco.
Well, I don't get me started on what a young Ron Jantz was once up to back in the day, because I've heard some tales, mostly good, not exclusively, but mostly.
They'll stay right there. So, we're about ready to start this third quarter. We want to thank Lorain County Community College for the halftime show all season long on WEOL.com, on the Elyria Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Our halftime shows will be brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Rocco, before we get to the start of the third quarter here, what's happening tomorrow morning on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel?
Yeah, so something exciting to share, and thanks for allowing me to bring this up. The Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show, which is back in full swing. We'll talk to our winning coaches from in and around Lorain and Medina County tonight. We'll talk to them tomorrow morning, of course. Normally, we just do that live at the Chronicle Telegram, right? But with our noon matinee Lorain at Elyria showdown on the YouTube channel, Rob Polinsky and I, we're going to make our way over to Ely Stadium nice and early and do the wrap-up show live on location. So I do want to shout out Elyria Pioneer Athletic Director Heather Beck, who was kind enough to sort of orchestrate that with their maintenance crew. They're going to let us in. We're going to do the wrap-up show. It's going to lead right into the game. Going to be a good time.
She's amazing. Heather Beck does a great job at Elyria High. Of course, her husband, John Wallace, a Midview High School Hall of Famer. And that kick goes into the end zone. Wow. Just as it has all night long. Pine-Richland's got many weapons, and Landon Brown, their place kicker, takes a back seat to no one. Powerful leg. Avon will start the third quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Now, the Eagles ended the second quarter with a touchdown with 9 seconds left. Finger Donick got a 21-yard touchdown pass from his senior quarterback, Trevor Sikora, and that put the score at 21-9. Jude Thiebert had the point after touchdown. It's 21-10. So Avon comes out with some work to do, but with a little momentum at their back. Sikora, the quarterback, in the shotgun. First play from scrimmage, setting up a screen, double pass, and it's picked off. Double pass by the Eagles, picked off by guess who? Nick Aiello, and he's still running with the football. Aiello has one pick six tonight, and he'll keep it at one. He's tackled at the 15-yard line. Boy, that was a trick play to start the third quarter, and it backfired for the Eagles.
Yeah, just not a great ball, and that's what can happen maybe if it's not your quarterback slinging the rock. And, yeah, just way underthrown. That was big play potential written all over it, Ron, but that throw never got there, and Aiello, that one just kind of fell right to him. And, boy, I mean, we talked all half about if you can just kind of get some points on this opening drive, make it a 10-point game. You're kind of right back in it, but now your defense backs against the wall, and you're right back staring in front of being out of it entirely again.
You really are. Here come the Rams off their sideline huddle. And they've got the football at the Avon 15. Let's see if they go right for the end zone after that turnover. Strader's in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. It's a high snap, and it disrupts the timing. Strader with it, 10-5, and he's tackled at the 4-yard line. Sometimes when that timing is disrupted, it actually works in favor of the offense. And that time, defense kind of over-pursued Strader, and he almost scored on it.
Well, and I pointed this out a couple of times in that first half, Ron. It's every time Pine-Richland is in a situation where things maybe aren't going their way, it's a bad snap, things are off-timed a little bit, they're just so good at finding a way out of it. It's the speed. The speed of Strader has allowed him to get through any situation.
Green Lindsay in the backfield gets the handoff, and Green Lindsay is in for a touchdown. It's a 5-yard muscle run for the middle linebacker turned running back, Dysere Green Lindsay. And Pine-Richland opens the third quarter with their fifth touchdown of the night.
The ball came out, I think, last second there, but it is a touchdown. And one step forward, 2 steps back sometimes tonight for the Avon Eagles.
So 45 seconds into this third quarter, Pine-Richland has added to their already big lead. Point after touchdown's good, and with 11 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the third, it is 34 for Pine-Richland, 10 for the Avon Eagles. Take a break. We'll be back on this Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel broadcast.
It's 4th and go time, and there's no better playbook than a new Ford from Mike Bass Ford. Whether you're looking to make a big drive across town or just need a solid lineup of trucks and SUVs blocking for your family, Mike Bass Ford has got you covered. No penalty flags, no fumbles, so don't punt on your next vehicle. Touchdown at Mike Bass Ford today. Mike Bass Ford, proud to be on your team.
So that touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. The Red Zone score brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance on Cleveland Street in Elyria. This kickoff will be brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. Brown will kick it off. And Brown, that rocket attached to his right hip. The strong leg kicks another one into the end zone.
It's a good descriptor. That's what it seems like, isn't it?
Did a little high stepping of his own as he left the football field. You know, Pine-Richland plays in the Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League. You know, the WPIAL, and you know, Western Pennsylvania famous for a long time for their rich football tradition. We'll get into that a little bit now that we're into a 34-10 game. Avon on offense, second possession of this third quarter. The first one just moments ago ended in the second interception of the game. Sikora back under center. Trevor with one back behind him, and the pitch will go to Michael Colburn. Colburn gets outside. Colburn up to the 30, 35, still in bounds, and now finally knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Michael Colburn with a strong 17-yard run.
And that's a kid that's going to run hard no matter what, Ron. Whether they're up 24, down 24, tied, it does not matter. Michael Colburn has an engine that's just not going to stop, and Avon's going to need some more of that. Even if they can't find a way to get all the way back into this one, right? It's moments like that keep things up, keep the morale up, and they need some more of that right now to Avon.
Colburn stays in the game. He'll be the lone back in the backfield. He's all the way back at his own 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage is at the 37. It's Sikora under center. In motion and getting the handoff is Gavin Kohler, and Kohler's up over the 40-yard line. It's picked up of about 5.
Helped out by some nice blocking by Jack Goldie. And again, I go back to last week against Ignatius. I think these outside runs, we saw it with Colburn and we see it again there. You go outside the tackles, and I think that's where Avon is finding some more success early on this season, not so much on the interior runs.
And Jason Ward, the coach who joined us at halftime, said, you know, the middle linebacker for that Pine-Richland defense, Dysere Green-Lindsey, is unblockable, so maybe run away from him.
Right, he's everywhere. He is everywhere.
Hand off, Colburn's got it. Colburn with a nice cut. Colburn in bare field, and Colburn all the way down to the Pine-Richland 48-yard line. Michael Colburn with a strong run on 2nd and 6.
See if Avon maybe picks up the pace at any point here. Moving a little quick, right? Not a full huddle. They'll make a sub, but
and Pine-Richland's jumped off sides. That is the 6th offsides penalty by that defensive front for Pine-Richland. That one went against Adam Barnett, that sophomore. So Pine-Richland in the WPIAL, if you look at the history of that league, Pine-Richland's won it 9 times. They've won it 3 times in the last 5 years. It's arguably one of the toughest leagues in the entire country. Alquippa High School has won it 21 times. Nobody's even close. This is Secor to throw. Deep ball, right sideline. Fighting for it at the 10, almost catching it. Waiting for a penalty flag, and the Avon Eagles get it. Trying to make a great catch was Jason Ward's nephew, Jackson Palmer. His mother standing up, cheering right now. Emily Palmer in the stands about 5 rows in front of us. The Avon mom of Jackson and Joey Palmer. She's got a unique jersey on tonight. On the front and back of her jersey, it's an Avon jersey, number 8. And on the shoulder pads, number 24. 24 is her sophomore son, Joey. Number 8 is her senior son, Jackson.
I like that,
Yeah. Emily Palmer's husband, her and her husband own Jonathan Palmer's his name. They own Mallard Creek Golf Club, and we're really glad to have them as a sponsor of our WEOL and Chronicle Telegram broadcast this year.
The dual jersey is tough to pull off sometimes, so I'm glad she's found a way to really
fashion
great. That appropriately.
Secor the handoff, and the Eagles are going to get it up to about the 23-yard line. So the drive continues. It's a solid one for Avon. Just about 3 minutes gone in this third quarter. It was 27-10 at halftime, Pine-Richland. First game of the year for the Rams. So I'm going to give you some Alquipa trivia.
Oh, boy.
All right, how good are you with your Western Pennsylvania trivia?
I'm all right. Mrs. knew she is from there, but...
Yeah, she's not too far from Alquipa, probably.
Montour is the name of the high school that she attended, for those familiar.
I don't think that's far from Alquipa. Secor is going to keep it, and he's going to get tackled at about the line of scrimmage. So the Eagles will have no gain. And coming up and making a nice tackle for Pine-Richland is Zion Smith. So there are 3 NFL Hall of Famers that played high school football at Alquipa.
At Alquipa. Oh,
no high school in the country has 3 NFL Hall of Famers except for Alquipa High School. Name one of the 3.
Oh, man.
Think about it.
All right, yeah, I will.
I'll give you some clues.
Yeah, that might help.
It's 3rd and 9. Actually, it's 3rd and 6. Secor with a throw. That's going to be enough for a first down. Close to it. It's going to be real close.
Yeah, it is.
Knocked out of bounds at the, let's see where they mark it.
He's right at it.
That was Caden Bennett who caught it. Needed to get to about the 18 and a half, and he got to the 19. So they're going to go for it on 4th and a half yard. So I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a small clue first.
Okay.
He's in the Hall of Fame as a tight end. One of the first tight ends.
Okay.
4th and a half yard. Secor. Avon will run it straight up the middle. They got it more. Pushing the pile near the 10-yard line. Avon still pushing that pile. And the forward progress will be marked at the 12.
Much needed first down right there for Avon. I'll tell you what, this is a nice sustained drive. You can find a way to get some points. You can look at this as a 3-possession game, right? Down 24. Obviously, you'll need some conversions in there as well. And on the carry here, inside in for the touchdown for Avon. It's Michael Colburn. Ron, I lost you temporarily there. That's okay. Maybe you might have to step out more often for the Avon faithful. Colburn in for the score. But a flag is down in that offensive backfield, so let's see.
Well, I was on the mystery tour, still trying to find out who 21 is, and I can't get an answer in the Avon press box. The 4 people I asked, nobody knew who number 21 was.
They will say touchdown. A flag evidently against Pine-Richland. And it is.
So the touchdown will stand, the run by Michael Colburn. At 7 minutes and 58 seconds left in this third quarter. Eagles will go for 2. Colburn in the backfield with his quarterback. Sikora is going to throw. Looks right, throws right, caught. 2-point conversion complete. Wow. At the goal line was Finn Jordanek. Jordanek camped right on the line, right inside the line, and it was a beautiful pass. So with 7:58 left to play in this third quarter, we're 4 minutes in. We've already had 2 touchdowns scored. It's 34 for Pine-Richland, 18 for the Avon Eagles. Stick around. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Don't replace your concrete, level it. A1 Concrete Leveling is your best choice. They are the only company that offers both grout and polyurethane leveling. Let them help determine the best choice for your job. A1 Concrete Leveling Cleveland West is family owned, and it's the first concrete leveling company in Lorain County. The Clapham family has been serving the area for over 30 years. Get ready for the season by giving us a call at 440-327-0101 or visit us online at a1concrete.com.
That touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. You get a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. Avon scoring inside the red zone every time a team is in the red zone this year. It's brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance on Cleveland Street in Elyria. And this kickoff that's about to happen for Avon, Jude Thiebert will kick it. That is brought to you by Eco Tree Services, your trusted tree care company. Courtney Nushi, my partner's wife, who's from Western Pennsylvania, just texted her husband and said, it's Aliquippa.
There you go.
So thank you for the correction. So the pop kick by Bennett will land at the 20. The Avon Eagles continue to stay away from the little Taylor. Pine-Richland will have it at the 28. So the tight end does nothing for you from Aliquippa. He once coached the Chicago Bears.
Oh, Ditka?
Mike Ditka.
All right.
All right. So he's one. He was the first.
Okay.
From Aliquippa. And the other two are Ty Law and Darrell Revis.
Oh, a couple of. Darrell Revis was maybe going to be one of my guesses because I knew he was a Pittsburgh guy, both high school and collegiately.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So those
Boy,
three
Ty Law,
guys
that's a name right
that
there.
played
Wow.
at Aliquippa High School all made it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame,
Wow.
and no school in the country
Boy.
has 3 Hall of Famers.
How
from
about
it.
that? Ty Law
But
used to lock
Aliquippa-
me down in Madden 2005 back on the PlayStation 2, so I have some beef with the virtual version of him.
Eagles looking for a stop. Pine-Richland looking to keep churning this score. They'll hand it off. And running with the football is that middle linebacker who plays tailback, Dysere Green-Lindsey. And Dysere is going to pick up 3.
Let me tell you this, Ron. The Avon body language after that score, you can tell it's picked up a little bit, right? A little bit of buzz below us. Now, every time this has happened so far tonight, a pretty darn good counterpunch has been thrown by Pine-Richland. That's what Avon has to avoid here. You got to start stringing together some defensive stops. Can they do it here?
The Eagles would love to have a pick 6 of their own. Strader's going to throw it. Oh! Almost stepping up on cue. That was tight. That was good coverage.
Wow.
I thought we might get the pick 6.
You're pretty darn good at this, Ron, but I don't know if you're that good to start speaking things into existence.
Well, Nick Lombardi almost made me Karnak. It's 3rd and 3. You can hear the home crowd. Some on their feet, most of them clapping. Throats are getting full. Eagles looking for a stop. Taylor's got it. Khalil bottled up. He went nowhere. Lost yards. Is there a fumble? No. The officials say ball was down.
Mike Elder thinks there does. He's adamant that ball came out last second. They'll take the stop, though, I think, with the Avon Eagles. Look at this sideline, Ron. Again, I know, kind of beating a dead horse, but, boy, on a night where just things have not gone your way for the most part, there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot to cheer about. They've come to life all of a sudden.
Hey, hold your horses. Listen, 6:15 left,
It's a lot of
Rocco,
time.
in the third
lot
quarter.
of time.
Avon's going to get great field position. And back to receive the kick for the Eagles is Caden Bennett. Bennett standing at his own 25.
One of the few times tonight we've seen Avon really dictate a drive, offensively or defensively.
Punts off. It's a low-line drive. It's going to take a hop, and that's going to work in Pine-Richland's favor.
Now, flag came out pretty quick, Ron. Avon trotted somebody on late. I'm curious what we get here.
Well,
it came from the far sideline, though.
And it was 4th and 8.
8, yeah.
So the officials at midfield and your shot at midfield are discussing it right now, and the call and it's on Pine-Richland. So I bet you Avon makes them punt it again. It's a motion penalty on the Rams.
I think that's what Mike Elder's trying to orchestrate to his guys right now, saying, hey, we're going to make them do that again. Kind of see the scramble drill happening on the sideline here below us, but boy, wow. Talk about Avon rising to the occasion right now, Ron. The way this second half started, where you have the pick, you give up the touchdown. Again, this Avon team could have very easily folded right there,
if packed it in, said,
that was the
hey,
moment, we're on
right?
to week 3, we're on to Columbus, right? But that's not how these Eagles operate.
All right, let's see if they bring pressure. Bennett's all the way up to the 35-yard line now. Eagles show pressure. Here it comes. Outside middle, almost blocked. And there's a penalty flag. It's going to be running into the kicker. If it's roughing the kicker, it's a first down. If it's running into the kicker, it's not a first down because they need 12 yards. Let's hold on and see what the call is.
Man, this is a big call right here. And who was that flying in there? That's number 9.
It's a first down. So Pine-Richland's going to get a first down.
Boy, costly. I think that's Nathan Peters, the guilty party. He's inches, maybe centimeters away, Ron, from getting a piece of that football and really turning this game on its head a bit instead.
Man, you wonder how it wasn't blocked.
Boy. So they'll just repunt.
So I read the official wrong. He motioned first down, I thought. And it's running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker.
Right.
So here comes the punt again, and you got to believe the Eagles are just going to lay back and set up a return on this one. No, they're coming. And it's a great punt. Bennett fields it at the 32. That was a tough one to field. Caden did a great job, and the Eagles will have it at their own 32-yard line. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in this third quarter. It's 34-10, Pine-Richland. It was 27-3 at one point with about 9 minutes left in the first half. And then 27-10 at halftime as Avon scored right before the half ended. And then Pine-Richland opened the third quarter with an interception that almost turned into their second pick six. They took a 34-10 lead, but it's a ball game again. Avon's down 2 scores. If you look at it with 2 touchdowns and two-point conversions, they're down 2 scores.
Yep.
Sikora will hand it off. This is Colburn with room. Colburn with a cutback, and he gets up over the 40-yard line. Michael Colburn has a spring in his step right now.
He's an explosive athlete, Ron. It's just a matter of can they get him the proper running lanes. They didn't come often last week against St. Ignatius. They're starting to open up a little bit for him now here tonight.
2nd and 3. Again, line is tight. The splits are tight. Avon trying to just pound that football forward. Needed 3, got about, well, they got 3. They're moving the chains. Ball's at the 44, clock's at 4:54.
There's been nothing fancy right now for Avon with the success they're having on offense, right, Ron? I mean, you're just kind of running off tackle, that one between the tackles, a couple of simple, man coverage beating routes on the previous scoring drive. They're not doing anything crazy or breaking the mold. They're more efficient and they're executing better, Ron, and sometimes it's just that simple.
And their splits are tighter, and I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. I mean, look at how tight that line of scrimmage is. Sikora to throw. Here comes the rush. Sikora over the middle. Floater. Trouble. Almost picked off. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. Avon's lucky it's incomplete.
And you can see Sikora kind of pumping his chest after that, or patting his chest rather, saying, my bad, my bad. And it very well could have been his bad. That was a dangerous football. And again, you talk about some of these growing pains for Sikora as he steps into this, new role as the starting quarterback. Those are the ones you got to avoid.
R.J. Ross now in the backfield, the sophomore for Avon. He's behind his quarterback. It's 2nd and 10. Ross will get the handoff. Ross, nothing left. Going to come back to the right, nothing there. He's going to spin out of a tackle and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. So
flag came in too.
Ball's going to get marked on the 44. We'll await the penalty call. It's a hold on the Eagles. They'll back Avon up 10. Important drive for Avon. Momentum on their side a little bit right now. They've cut the lead to 34-18. Pine-Richland a year ago made it to the 5A regional championship game, played Pittsburgh Central Catholic, led 19-0 at halftime, and gave up 20 unanswered in the second half and lost. That's the last time they played.
Yeah.
They're not in a good mood about that. That's something that lingers with you the whole offseason.
Sure.
They won the state championship in Pennsylvania in 2022. Avon's won back-to-back here in Ohio. Sikora rolls, throws, oh, in and out of the hands. Gavin Kohler couldn't hold on at midfield on second and 20. That would have been a pickup of 15.
Yeah, one of the few times we've seen these Avon receivers get the better of Elijah Hill in coverage, as Kohler certainly had a step there, but just in and out of the hands. And that's a tough one because that's pretty darn on the money, I think, right there from Trevor Sikora on a night where some of these, passes off his arm, let's be honest, they haven't been perfect. That was pretty darn good there, one you got to have.
So big down here, 3rd and a lot. Pine-Richland has come after the quarterback all night long, and you got to expect on 3rd and 20 that they're going to send a few guys at Trevor Sikora.
And Hill's going to exit the game. It's Aaron Strader coming in to replace him. So now Ubi, as they call him in Pine-Richland, in at cornerback. They'll look to match up on the outside receiver here. Let's see what Avon does here, right? Because you figure they're not going for all 20 here on 3rd and 20, Ryan. You figure they're looking at this as 4-down territory. So if they can just get a chunk of this, maybe even half, can maybe live with that.
Pine-Richland rushing 4. Sikora, that ball just went out of his hands. That's a fumble. And it's picked up by Dylan Michael, and Dylan Michael is going to go all the way in for a touchdown. That's a 34-yard pickup of a fumble and returned 34 yards the other way for a touchdown. That is just unfortunate.
Boy, Ron, yeah, there's not really much more to that other than it just slipped out of Sikora's hand. I mean, right as he's basically at the apex of that arm coming forward, and, maybe on a different level that one goes under the monitor and we take a deeper look. But, yeah, I think they made the right call there. That one just right out of the hands, and, for big 99. Not too often you see a number 99 rumbling, bumbling, stumbling with all kinds of green in front, but that was the case there. And when it rains, it pours sometimes.
Yeah, everything that could have gone wrong for Avon in a season has gone wrong in 3 quarters of football tonight here in week 2. Another touchdown for the Rams. Point after is good, and we got 3:42 left to play in this 3rd quarter. And the momentum has switched again. It's 41-18 Pine-Richland. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
It's 4th and go time, and there's no better playbook than a new Ford from Mike Bass Ford. Whether you're looking to make a big drive across town or just need a solid lineup of trucks and SUVs blocking for your family, Mike Bass Ford has got you covered. No penalty flags, no fumbles. So don't punt on your next vehicle. Touchdown at Mike Bass Ford today. Mike Bass Ford, proud to be on your team.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
That touchdown brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. It's a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. This kickoff will be brought to you by EcoTree Services. EcoTree Services, your trusted tree care company.
Ron, I got to give some love to Gary Pelter doing the camera work atop of the press box here, and a big shout out to Pelt for really stepping into that role. I know that's not what he did for a long time for us. It was the sideline reports and the color, really.
Legendary sideline reporter.
So I give Pelt a lot of credit for tackling the camera duty, but he made an excellent point at the half as I was checking in on him, just saying, hey, is there anything you need? Well, Pelt went 2 for 2. First of all, he had Ditka, right on the money. He
Okay.
texted me as soon as you were quizzing me. He had Mike Ditka, pinged, so good on him for that. But he also pointed out, with Pine-Richland offensively, when they've gone to that hurry up, we talk about the depth that Avon has, so often. It kind of negates that, right? When you're going that no
Right,
huddle, you
well-
don't let the defense sub, and I think that's what Pine-Richland has used well to their advantage tonight. Obviously, defensive plays like we just saw help, but they've had a good game plan all around.
So here's Sikora in the shotgun once again. Looking far side field, pass thrown and picked at the 21-yard line. Another turnover. That's guess who? Nick Aiello wears number 3, his jersey, and he's got 3 interceptions tonight. One was returned for a touchdown. One was almost returned for a second touchdown. On that one, just a regular run-of-the-mill interception.
I mean, it's just a throw that wasn't there, and it's a throw that you make when you're down big, you're trying to press, you're trying to get it all back at once, and you can't do that because it just compounds mistakes, and that's what happened there for Sikora. It's going to be a tough film session for him tomorrow, I'm sure, but one that it's going to help him grow as a quarterback and as a really high-level Division II football player.
So Aaron Strader, the 4-year starter at quarterback, is ready to take the snap in the shotgun for Pine-Richland. He has started for 4 years. Pine-Richland lost the year they won the state championship in 2022, lost the first 3 games of the year, and then they ran away with the rest of the season. Strader rolling around, throwing, and somehow, some way, he finds an open wide receiver at the 20-yard line. That's Jack Bourbonich, and Bourbonich with a nice catch, the tight end for Pine-Richland.
I mean, what do you do there, Ron, right? I mean, you get him out of the pocket. He's on the run. He's throwing across his body, 15-plus yards downfield. That's all the things you kind of want defensively, right? But it just doesn't matter. That's how good he's been at times tonight, and he was right there on that throw. My goodness.
Strader going to play college football at Kent State next year. Nolan Good, the state champion quarterback for Avon, a quarterback in the room at Kent State. Handoff will pick up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 17-yard line of Avon.
This will be a game I don't think Nolan really wants to discuss when he's teammates next season with Aaron. Not that he's partaking in this one here, right? But I'm sure Mr. Strader could have some fun next year talking to Nolan about that.
2nd and 8. Strader will hand it off. This is Green Lindsay with the football, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Kent State, back to them for a second. Aiden Stewart, who was an extremely talented, speedy wide receiver for Avon Lake, is at Kent State now. He originally had committed to Air Force and then had an injury in his senior season for the Shoremen, and he's at Kent State. The Golden Flashes are getting a lot of local talent, and hopefully, these are the young men that turn that program around.
Well, they certainly took a step in the right direction last year, did Kent State, getting a couple of wins under their belt after a really bad, kind of tenure before that. So that pains me to admit as an Akron Zip, but I'll give the credit where it's due.
3rd and 7, ball to 17. Strader's going to keep it after a fake. Strader open room. What a move at the 12. Strader goes in for a touchdown. Boy, that was like break your ankle type Allen Iverson crossover in the NBA move. And Strader walks in for a touchdown for the Pine-Richland Rams. Man, that one froze everybody.
Well, and Ron, that's not you and I trying to make a tackle right there. That's one of the captains of this defense, Jarrell Fenton, that he just kind of shook out of his shoes right there. And that's just the kind of night it's been. Right now, Pine-Richland's best has been better than Avon's best, and that's a trend that I don't see changing right now. Wow.
Landon Brown is in, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Minute 44 still left to play in this 3rd quarter from Avon. It is Pine-Richland 48, the Rams out of Pennsylvania, here in Lorain County tonight, taking on the 2-time defending state champion Avon Eagles. It's 48-18, Rams over the Eagles. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Enjoy bigger buys and bigger discounts during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. Save thousands when you bundle eligible name brand appliances. Or get loads of savings on GE Profile washers and dryers while supplies last. Plus, we offer 0% financing and free local delivery. We're rewarding you for all your hard work with great deals during the Labor Day sale at Stewart's TV and Appliance. When you shop Stewart's, it's all about you.
Final 90 seconds of this third quarter. That one's caught, but still in the end zone. We're getting closer to a kickoff return for Avon. That kickoff brought to you by EcoTree Services. Man, EcoTree Services getting the billing tonight. There have been a lot of kickoffs. Trusted Tree Care Company. There's been a lot of these 2 touchdowns. That one brought to you by Mike Bass Ford. That touchdown by Strader from 17 yards out. It's Mike Bass Ford. It's a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. And Strader was in the red zone when he rushed that one in all by himself. And the red zone touchdown's always brought to you by Stewart's TV and Appliance on Cleveland Street in Elyria. So EcoTree Services, Stewart's TV and Appliance, and Mike Bass Ford. Back to work go the Avon Eagles. On the ground, opening handoff. They'll pick up 6 yards all the way up to the 26-yard line. And there's a penalty well after the play was whistled dead. That's always unsportsmanlike, right? When it comes in that late.
Yeah. Oh, and Ron, it is running clock. I nearly had forgotten until the officials just signaled it right there. A 30-point differential. It is running clock territory here at Avon. How many times have you said that with the Eagles on the wrong side of that?
On the wrong side of that. Yeah. I have never said that.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's ever been a running clock situation in the Mike Elder era. So they'll mark off the unsportsmanlike on the Rams, and the Eagles will get the football up at their own 41-yard line, and that's the end of the third quarter. So the clock will continue to run as we start the final 12 minutes. But before we do that, we'll take another break here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. It's 48-18, Pine-Richland over Avon as we head to the fourth and final quarter.
Now's the time to start planning your 2027 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, stock pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups of any size. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step. And they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events. Dates can book up fast, so call David Venezuela at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2027 outing today.
Mallard Creek Golf Club, owned by Jonathan and Emily Palmer. Mom and dad of Jackson and Joey Palmer, wideouts on this Avon football team. And there's a penalty flag again late after the play. Eagles keeping the ball on the ground. They picked up 8. And it's a hold on Avon. So that will be negated. All right, I've got some more Western Pennsylvania football trivia for you.
Well, you came prepared over there, didn't you?
Well, you know, the WPIAL it's a legendary league that,
prolific, yeah.
It's prolific. So 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks came out of the WPIAL, and they both won state championships in high school. Well, actually, one won a state championship. And that was back in 1960.
Ooh.
And he played at a high school called Beaver Falls High School. I guarantee you Pelter's going to get this one.
The chance.
I'll give you a clue. Socorro with a handoff. It's Ross with it, and RJ is going to lose a couple of yards. So he played quarterback at Beaver Falls High School and then played for Paul Bear Bryant at Alabama. Pelt's got it when I said Beaver Falls.
Sure. Well,
I'll give you one more clue.
All right.
And if you don't get it after this third and final clue, then Rocco, I'm not sure what to say to you.
all right. It's a lot of pressure now.
He predicted an upset of the New York Jets over the Baltimore Colts in the Super Bowl. And made it pay off when he was quarterback of the New York Jets. Hall of Famer from Beaver Falls High School in Pennsylvania, playing in the WPIAL League, same league this Pine-Richland team plays in.
I mean, I'm going to take my best shot, and I'm halfway confident on this, although the foot could be pretty far down my mouth if I'm wrong. So I'll take my best shot. Is that a Mr. Namath?
Joe Willie Namath.
All right.
Yeah.
Boy, I can sleep easy tonight then.
There you go. Joe Namath. Did you guys know that? These guys knew that. Did you believe it took this guy that long to guess that? No.
Getting ganged up on here.
He's getting ganged up on.
It's nothing new. Rob and Jared do this to me all the time.
This is the thing you save for at this point in a game, yeah. So timeout in the field. The clock's a running clock. It'll stop for the timeout with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. We'll take 1-2. It's Pine-Richland 48, Avon Eagles 18.
Hello, sports fans. This message is from Tom Orlando, your Lorain County Clerk of Court. Our auto title and passports offices provide photo-to-finish passport services with no appointment necessary. Visit us in Lorain or Elyria, or go to loraincounty.ohio.gov/clerk.
Industries are changing quickly, and this means new high-paying jobs are showing up every day. Employers are ready to hire now. The best part? Lorain County Community College offers free fast-track programs designed to get you working in 16 weeks or less. You will learn the skills, get hired, and finally find a job you love. In healthcare, advanced manufacturing, trades, business, information technology. Don't wait. Enroll today. When the whistle blows, the clock will start, and it will not stop. We're in a running clock situation here. Pine-Richland, the Rams have come in from just north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and have imposed their will tonight on a really, really championship program here in Avon. 4th and long, screen pass, and fighting for it, still on his feet. Far side of the football field, run out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
I think they actually had the down wrong there. It was 3rd down, according to the officials on the far side there. So now it's 4th.
Now it's 4th, and the Eagles will punt.
Well, I mean, impressive Pine-Richland tonight, right, Ron? I mean, that's really, there's a lot of other adjectives I'm sure you could find to describe it, but impressive to have your first game of the season, a couple of hours away from home, go like this in dominant fashion. Nothing but impressed with Coach John Ladon and his Pine-Richland Rams here tonight.
You know, I talked to Coach Ladon this week, but then before the game, because he's listed as Dr. John Ladon. And let's sort out this penalty. Avon, it's going to go against the Avon Eagles. Or maybe it's, you know, it might be on both teams. So they're just going to keep the play as is. No, they're going to back up Pine-Richland. So I misread that official. He pointed towards Avon.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
So the Rams are going to get it on the 30-yard line. But John Ladon, the head coach of Pine-Richland, he has his doctorate degree in material science. He works in research and development on nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers. That's what he does. That's his full-time job, the head football coach of this Pine-Richland Rams football team. He works in research and development as a material science engineer on nuclear submarines and aircraft carriers. 42 carrying the football for Pine-Richland, and running it for the Rams is Bo Heckert. Heckert, a junior running back. So, Rocco, I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself about Western Pennsylvania quarterbacks.
All right.
These 3 guys got to listen in, because I'm going to give Rocco another opportunity. This Western Pennsylvania high school quarterback played at Pittsburgh Central Catholic, graduated in 1979, went on to be an NFL Hall of Fame quarterback. Rocco?
It's going to be my...
Was that your answer?
That was my answer. That was because I know he's a Yinzer, so I know how a guy hurt. Yeah,
they got it right away. Dan Marino.
I had that one. I could have had that. I know that's that was my chance to shine. I had my golden moment was there, just taken right away. I can't believe this. How will I get through the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show tomorrow, Ron? How will I do it?
Clock's moving. Inside 6 minutes now left to play here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, a big shout-out to my buddy Dan Juby. Went to high school with him here in Northeast Ohio. He is a Western PA guy, though. He's texted in a couple of these answers under the radar, so he's been giving me some help, too. He's got a perfect record going so far.
Strader quarterback, deep ball, and caught, but a penalty flag down, a marker in the middle of the football field.
Another one coming out late, too.
That was a diving catch by Kylan Taylor. And the penalty is on Avon. On Pine-Richland.
There's been some long conversations about some of these penalties tonight, haven't there, Ron?
Well, there have been a lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's early season high school football, one team playing in their first game of the season, right? So to be expected to a certain extent.
So the play will stand. Both teams penalized.
Is there a sideline warning or infraction? Is that what they had dialed up there? Ron, I will pass along a final score update that I got about 20 minutes ago out in Vermillion. How about the Sailors? They took it to Firelands tonight, 41-7, the final score. So
that was our Stream 2 game.
That was our Stream 2 game. So Stillman Cup staying with the folks wearing purple tonight.
Miles Neal's the running back, Strader at quarterback. Clock's running, 4 minutes, 5 seconds left. They'll hand it off. Big, powerful back running towards that far sideline for Pine-Richland. It's Bo Heckert again.
Where do you go from here if you're Avon, Ron?
Upper Arlington.
Well, yes. From a literal standpoint, yes, but it's a lot of pieces you got to start to pick up after this one, right? It's not like we could just say, oh, there's one thing here or there that Avon could clean. There was, let's be honest, a lot of holes.
Well, you know what? I think Coach Elder's been very honest going into this football season about his team this year. He said a couple of things. He said we're young and inexperienced. A lot of times we'll have seniors and juniors that'll step in as new starters, but with great experience. He doesn't think he has that this year. He thinks he has an outstanding junior and sophomore class. And he doesn't think physically they're mature enough yet at this point in the season. He said, we need our guys to go, if they're 180, we need them to be at 190. If they're at 230, we need them to be at 240. And we need them to be there by week 10 of the regular season.
Yeah.
So, he's got tremendous confidence in this football team. He just knows what their limitations are at this point. And those limitations are two things that they've never really had. And that's physical maturity, because they spend a lot of time, being a powerful, mature football team physically. And then the experience level of they had 2 starters back on defense, 4 back on offense.
Right.
And the guys replacing those people, stepping up, are still trying to find their place on this football team. So I don't think, I guarantee you he's surprised by a 30-point blowout and a running clock. But he knew what he was facing tonight with Pine-Richland. And he knows what he's facing next week against Upper Arlington. He's called these preseason games glorified exhibitions,
right,
because they're an opportunity for him to get his football team tougher and, in his words, be a tough out in week 10, 11, 12, and hopefully moving forward. He was talking to me this week about what it's going to take to beat Massillon in week 15. That's how confident he is that he can get this football team to a place that they need to be by the time the playoffs start. He said, we're not a good football team right now. He said, if we continue to play like we played against St. Ignatius, we're not going to win a lot of football games. He said, but I don't believe that that's going to happen. He says, we will be better in week 3 than we were in week 2. We'll be better in week 4 than we were in week 3. It's just going to take time.
Well, and the good news, Ron, you look at the media guide that Coach Elder sends out to start the season. All their goals right here. When they're 11th straight SWC championship, it's there. Qualify for the playoffs, it's there. Win a state championship, right? That's still very much alive. I know tonight it may not feel like that's on the horizon, but it's still in front of them.
Absolutely. And I guarantee you that would be one of the answers he'd give you, Rocco, if you talk to him after the game.
Yeah, that's exactly
all those goals still in front of this football team.
He said as much when he's appeared on the wrap-up show, maybe after a tough performance, or when we've caught up on a forecast show, maybe following a loss in a week for them, right, which hasn't happened often in the last couple of seasons. But that's always pretty much immediately where he goes, Ron. You're absolutely right, is all of our goals are still in front of us, and until a major hit or a major blow comes towards one of those, I think it's still kind of all hands on deck, moving towards the right direction. So pieces to pick up again for Avon, but goals still in front of them.
35 seconds left in this football game. And the Rams will take a knee. And with the play clock at 40 and the game clock at 25, that's going to wrap up this football game. Both teams will come to midfield, shake hands. Two outstanding programs led by two really, really strong football coaches and two communities that really support their high school football programs. The Eagles and the Rams. Doesn't end up to be the classic that we had hoped it would be, but nonetheless, it was fun for us to see some really talented football players on the field tonight here at Avon. 48-10 the final. Pine-Richland over Avon. The Mallard Creek postgame show is next, and as I say that, I'm looking at the owners of Mallard Creek, Jonathan and Emily Palmer. They're about 5 rows in front of us. Their two sons play on this Avon Eagle football team. That's next. Mallard Creek Golf Club postgame show on WEOL and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Book your tee time today at the Duck at Mallard Creek. We'll be back with that on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube broadcast.
Now's the time to start planning your 2027 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, stock pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups of any size. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step. And they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events. Dates can book up fast, so call David Venezuela at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2027 outing today.
Industries are changing quickly, and this means new high-paying jobs are showing up every day. Employers are ready to hire now. The best part? Lorain County Community College offers free fast-track programs designed to get you working in 16 weeks or less. You will learn the skills, get hired, and finally find a job you love in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, trades, business, information technology. Don't wait. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we offer great service and a great selection of vehicles. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on all new Ford vehicles in stock. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy with more value, more choices, and less hassle. Right now, lease a 2026 GMC Sierra for just $199 a month, or buy the Buick Envista for just $23,350. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
The Avon Eagle football team, as is their tradition, stands in the southern end zone here at their home field. Their marching band plays the school alma mater. The players, the students, and the cheerleaders all gather and sing it. Mike Elder's team took one on the chin tonight, something that we have not seen in a long time. I don't know that I've ever seen it. 48-18, the final over, I mean, let's be honest, a really, really strong football team and program historically from Pine-Richland, Pennsylvania. The Rams come in with a bad taste in their mouth. Their season ended a year ago in the regional championship when they blew a 19-0 lead at halftime and lost 20-19, and they've been sitting on that for months. And tonight they finally got a chance to take out all their frustrations And unfortunately for Avon, they were the team that the Rams decided to drop one on. The Rams still on the field with their head coach, Dr. John Ladon. Now Mike Elder has moved his club to the field to talk to the Eagles. You see it there in that shot by Gary Pelter. Pelt on the top of the press box here at Avon tonight. He's got the best seat in the house. Great angle, doing a great job for us on this YouTube broadcast. Partner, not much to say about this one on the Mallard Creek post-game show. We've kind of talked about it as much as we can. It is what it is. We could go through the scoring, but I'd really like to maybe just point out a couple of the big plays. We knew coming in that Pine-Richland had players that could make big plays, one of which is Khalil Taylor, their senior wide receiver, punt and kick returner, and defensive back. A Penn State signee that decommitted after the Franklin situation, the James Franklin firing at Penn State, and signed with Nebraska, a coaching staff that he had great relationships with. The Khalil Taylor that is the school record holder at Pine-Richland in the 100 and 200 meter dashes. Just a young man who can really, put lightning behind him. He can fly, and he did it a lot tonight. And he scored on a 50-yard touchdown. Then, not to be outdone, his teammate, his senior quarterback, Aaron Strader, who's going to play football at Kent State next fall, went on an 81-yard touchdown run. Those were two big plays. And then defensively for Pine-Richland, they had a cornerback he wears number 3, and he had 3 interceptions tonight. And that's Nick Aiello, and one of them was a 21-yard pick six for a touchdown. So those are the big plays, and it was a big play night for Pine-Richland. I give Avon credit. You and Rocco and I talked about it a couple of times. They were down 27-3. They battled back, made it 27-10 at halftime. They were down 34-10, battled back, made it 34-18, and they just couldn't do anything from that point on. But you mentioned body language once. It never faltered. It was never, oh no, woe is us, this game's over. They were coming the whole night, and that's a reflection of the coaching and the coaching staff and the senior leadership and the captains of this football team.
Well, and I think that maybe even tells you a little bit more about Pine-Richland, right? The fact that Avon was able to kind of pick themselves off the mat a couple of times but never get all the way back into it. That's just how good Pine-Richland is, right? They were able to kind of put their foot on Avon's neck and push it to the ground when they needed to put this one away. A couple of defensive scores will certainly go a long way toward helping that. Multiple turnovers, right? All that good stuff. That certainly, again, goes a long way toward a big road cross-state victory like this. But I think you're right. For Avon, there is really none of that with the culture that Mike Elder's established. There is no woe is us. And, I'm sure these kids will feel dejected about a disappointing home opener here to, start this quest for a third straight state championship. But, again, as we talked about at the end of the regulation there, all the goals for Avon and the Eagles, it's still in front of them, right? They still have their big rivalry game coming up that we know they love to try to go after with the win, right? And they've had success with that. We know that the SWC championship is still very much in front of them. The playoffs are still very much in front of them, right? This tonight, I think, is more indicative of, okay, if when we get to that postseason, what are the holes? What are the things we need to clean up? And I think one big thing that stands out to me, and it's not something you can necessarily just clean up during a season, Ron, is the speed, right? I think there was a huge speed differential between some of those Pine-Richland Rams and that of the Avon Eagles. You look at Strader, the way he was able to run around, escape pressure. It's almost like he's playing on rookie mode, right? The speed in which he's able to get away and extend plays. That could be a problem for Avon as the season goes on.
And Mike Elder knew it. He said, watch, they will make the Glenville Tar-Blooders look slow.
They did.
And that's saying a lot.
And how is that even possible, right? With
And
what we know about Glenville in this area, around all the, right? I mean, my goodness.
That's an impressive football team, wearing white tonight with green pants and the Ram logo on the side of their helmet. Pine-Richland walking out of here a winner, and it was an impressive win, 48-18 the final. We want to thank the Mallard Creek Golf Club. The post-game show brought to you not only tonight but all season long on all 3 of our broadcasts. Our 2 Lorain County broadcasts on Stream 1 and Stream 2. Stream 1 on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page, and the Medina County broadcast also on the YouTube page. Thanks to Mallard Creek and Jonathan Palmer and all the great work that they're doing out there. And my best friend in life, Green Superintendent Jeff Kazmierzak from Mallard Creek. So
There you go.
Kaz is doing a great job. Tomorrow, Rocco, let everybody know what's happening.
Yeah, so Rob Polinsky and I, we will start our morning out at Ely Stadium for the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show. That one is from 9 to 11. Tomorrow morning, as it always is, we'll catch up from our local Lorain County and Medina County winning coaches from tonight. I'll be curious to look at some of the finals from around the area. We know a couple already, but Rob and I will talk with the winning coaches up until 11, and that'll kind of parlay right into the broadcast. At noon, we'll have Lorain at Elyria. 11:30 pregame, we'll hear from Coach Matt Wilson of Elyria and Coach Jeremy Leyva from Lorain. But then Rob and I at noon will have the call for you on that one. So really kind of just a fun morning into an even better afternoon. A really fun non-conference rivalry. A lot of history, right, between Elyria and Lorain. So
well, one of the oldest rivalries
in
the state of Ohio. That's great that you're doing that broadcast. So have fun tomorrow. Be safe tonight, Rocco. It was always fun to work with you. You did a great job. Pelt doing a great job with the camera. And it was fun to be at a football game on a beautiful Friday night.
Can't beat that.
In late August. We want to thank all of our sponsors. The Gridiron Clash live on WEOL.com, the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. A1 Concrete Leveling, serving the area for over 30 years. Lorain County Community College, it's real education for good jobs. Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Mike Bass Ford at I-90 in Detroit, exit 148. It's a great deal and a great deal more at Mike Bass Ford. Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across the great state of Ohio. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham at Elyria Ford on Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. I want to thank your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Stewart's TV and Appliance at 468 Cleveland Street in Elyria. Tom Orlando, Lorain County Clerk of Courts, and we'd also like to thank Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. For Gary Pelter, who has spent the night on the roof running our camera with the best shot on the night, thanks, Pelt, for all your great work. For my partner, Rocco Nushi, and Rocco, for your lovely wife, the Western Pennsylvania girl that she is, calling in and helping us through Western Pennsylvania trivia. Like to thank her as well.
Always finds a way to help.
Rocco, thank you. Great to see you. For
pleasure.
Rocco, for Pelt, for WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, your final tonight from Avon. Pine-Richland 48, the Avon Eagles 18. I'm Ron Yantz. Thanks for watching.